The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
My fault. My fault. I asked Az if we could do the show on his channel today and start it early because I'm traveling and we're finishing up a video. And I have a thing where I don't necessarily like to release videos on the day I do live streams. So Az was kind enough to say yes to my request, and then I showed up at 11:01. I'm an asshole. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I just wanted to put it out there.
Hey!
He said it. We didn't say it. He said it.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Real BBC. I'm your host this week, Az from Hill versus Babyface, obviously. Next 2 weeks, we'll be jumping over to Nerdrotic when the whole Florida thing has calmed down a wee bit.
When the MegaCon is over, it's like nega bands, it's like
Sure.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I just watched Deadpool last night.
Great film.
Lots of degeneracy.
It's a good film.
Lots of degeneracy in that. I love it.
Tons of degeneracy.
Oh my god! When he's,
Would you know what we should
I forgot Stan Lee's cameo. I completely forgot it. He's in a strip
in
joint.
the strip club.
I was like, yes.
I think
love it when he asked her to marry him,
Oh,
and they thought they were going to say the same thing, and then she's like, oh, "You have an ass, so I'm going to ask for you. Would you stick it in my?" And he's all, "Will you marry me?"
Should we cancel Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's the thing to do. Let's go.
I love Deadpool. Gina Carano. It's good seeing Gina Carano.
When a boo pops out.
Yeah. Oh, what? Yes.
Excuse
Colossus is so fucking good in that, by the way.
He's brilliant.
He's brilliant in that. It's like they get Colossus right. And he's like, you're thing. And she's like, oh, you're so sweet, and then punches him.
Yeah, and punches him.
And
you're so sweet.
And Deadpool calls her less angry, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in like 4 years. I was laughing my ass off, man.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it for
It's a classic.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years.
It's a classic.
Slightly less angry Rosie O'Donnell.
I know. How you doing, ass? You okay?
Thank you for introducing me on my own show. That's great. My job is to introduce you. Hey, Gary, how you doing?
I'm okay. How's Mahler? That's what I want to know. How's Mahler? Great stream yesterday. Doing like park hopping thing.
Yeah, that was wacky and wild. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. I think last week he was like, we might take the week off. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he was like, no, we're going to stream. Damn it. It's like how you guys wouldn't want to miss a week on Real BBC, you know?
Damn straight.
If you're
how you do it?
You still do it. So, yeah.
Well, I love that you were dropping F-bombs and saying gay, and he had like a drunk trooper was telling the story, and like he doesn't have headphones on. He's walking around Galaxy's Edge.
He wasn't telling us off for it. He was just letting
No, I loved it that it was going out in public in Galaxy's Edge. That was great. Great. I wanted somebody to scream groomer. Now, by the way, I was trying to bait you into a Buffy argument on the stream, and you wouldn't bite, so I'm a little upset at you for that.
Oh, I thought you meant this stream.
No, you didn't read the chat part where I was like, I messaged it to you later. I said, what is the worst episode of Buffy, and why is it empty spaces?
Wait, when did you say that?
I said it in the chat on the stream.
Oh, on the stream. Sorry, I missed that.
It's okay.
I saw you enter the chat. That was the important part.
Wow.
I can hide you and everything.
I hope you have permission.
Of course I didn't.
We can have that one here. I'm more than
take
ready.
what I want.
I'm familiar with that argument, Gary. It's very popular, but it's not popular with me.
I know it's not. We will discuss it at a later stream.
Oh,
It doesn't ruin the series, but man, it's not a good episode.
I think it is.
I think there's parts of it that are good. Spike is great in it. Spike is fantastic.
Spike
in
is
it.
just fantastic in season 7. That
Yes,
you can
it's
tell-
his season. It is
This is the
his
way-
season.
When people say like Joss Whedon hated Spike, I'm like, obviously not. He worked so fucking hard on Spike in season 7. It's insane.
7 and Angel season 5, like Spike.
Yeah.
Those are Spike seasons, man. And he's,
Absolutely.
everybody else sucks, but in that one, and I love Faith. I like Faith.
I like them
Because you gotta
all.
have faith.
I'm not
faith,
even defending most of them. I like all of I actually feel like I remember when I first watched it, I was like, how has Buffy been getting this far without all of them ripping into her? And then that episode happened, I was like, finally. All of season 7 sets up that episode.
It does. It didn't. It was really clumsy. Really clumsy. And they had a bunch of outs that could have explained some of it, and they didn't take them. But we'll spend an hour on that in our Buffy stream.
Why can't we just? That's gonna be fucking 8 months from now. Something if we wait for.
Because we have other stuff to talk about.
Can we have 10 minutes of this stream later to do it?
Go.
We
No,
can do it
yeah.
later. We can do it later. Let's do it later. We'll do it later.
Do it live.
Well, yeah, but later.
No, but later.
Okay.
And then we'll
do it later.
rehash it in a year's time when we finally get to the season 7 stream.
Ooh.
I just saw Perry's final cut on my video.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
He's fucking good.
Ah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He found some clips. Holy shit. He found the gold mine of clips. We'll share it with you later. He found the gold mine of clips. And you can use these clips for the rest of time. And it's from one documentary, dude. Yeah, it's good stuff. What do we want to start with?
I think we should start with the Suicide Squad destroys anybody's interest in Western gaming.
So, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you
Well,
start.
You
You're
can
the
start.
gambler.
Let's go. We'll go into it.
I was giving what?
You too, but I'm the best here. But I'm just,
Whatever.
you save the best, most knowledgeable gamer for last.
You can go in order of degeneracy, so I'm first.
Okay.
Oh, but can I just make one statement before we start?
Okay.
We're not going to discuss the absolute clear and obvious gay ops around the Soska girls, okay? It is a pathetic attempt to bait people in to cancel two wonderful people because a bunch of jealous fucking other people want to be on top and they're getting fucking destroyed by the Rippaverse. That's what it's all about. If you think it's got to do with anything else, you're being fucking played like a fiddle. Not going to talk about it. Done, dusted. Have a nice day.
So anyway,
Suicide
however long
Squad.
to go.
I've been to prison.
I think it was Fringy who I love that's just like added on to the Suicide Squad discussion. Like just for reference. Yeah, Arkham, relevant, but I was gonna say that it was like months ago, I think that Fringy was first telling me that there was leaks. There was leaks of this game. Anger. Very reminiscent of the Last of Us 2. Should I even call it a scandal? I don't even know, but where they just dropped so many things about the game well before it came out and it pissed everyone off. One of the things I heard
Well, that was remember, that was done internally as well.
Yes, and one of the things I heard was it's like Batman's gonna die in the game. Like that's the main plot point. Now that I think information on its own, isolated, blah blah blah. It's like the first thing everyone thought was like, "Damn, is that the Arkham Batman that's doing that?" And they're like, "Yes, Arkham series Batman."
So, and sorry to interrupt you, but
Okay.
killing Batman is so fucking original.
Also, yeah. So I was actually going to try and get the sort of the playing field at that point, right? This is before because everyone in chat's like, "There's more news." Like, no, we're getting there, okay, piece by piece. So knowing he dies, you're already like, well, that's kind of annoying. We've got several properties that relate to Batman, both in TV shows and in games, that just feel now that it's like the other meme is like making Superman evil, making Batman dead is like another thing that keeps happening.
Yeah,
like, we got a new show.
Morley, remember, you have to understand this is about destroying our heroes. This is about these commie fuckers who are working in comics, these commie Marxist fuckers that are working in Western gaming industry that are destroying our heroes because these are the tent pole of the fucking patriarchal white fucking cis hetero norm.
Well, I genuinely think that some of the motivations from some of these creators are that they think this is cool and
It's
edgy
not
and
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Of course not.
Been done
Well, and
to
that's the
death.
thing. For the people out there who do think that it's cool, I want to try and like bridge a gap here, like try and help understand why this feels like shit for a lot of people. So when you find that out, you're like, okay, so Batman's going to die in the game. Great. Not too interested as it stands, but hey, maybe more information will make it seem better. There was a few real BBCs ago where I talked to you guys about how the clip got released, but it was like copyright taken down everywhere. There's like a month back, I think.
Mhm.
I saw it. Pretty cringe. As Harley Quinn just shoots him in the fucking face. We talked about this. Like that's even worse because Harley Quinn right now is practically embodies all of the worst things about the current DC. She's like this. It's just edgy idiot. Primed strong female character that gets to be put in everything, and she's written like shit. And she's never. They can't make her work. James Gunn couldn't make her work
dog
in the
shit
Suicide
character.
Squad. Like I like Margot
no,
Robbie, but
no,
she
The
couldn't
only
make her
time,
work.
the only time that Harley Quinn has ever worked was as the Joker's Mall in Batman the Animated Series. She's a damaged fucking woman who's been literally had her mind fucking destroyed by the Joker.
The
And
only
he's
time she's worked in the comics is the Batman Adventures from the animated
Yes.
series and Mad
Yes.
Love. She has not
Yes.
worked since. She's a fucking terrible character. She's
Yes.
Hot Topic, fake geek girl Joker. She has destroyed DC. She sells a lot of t-shirts. That's why they've never been able to make her work. Jim Lee fucked her up beyond all recognition. New 52 was fucking awful.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassingly
and
bad.
yet she's often ending up being the most important and most powerful in like so many of these fucking properties.
She's DC's version of Captain Marvel. She will have a run of comics and it'll be cancelled, and they'll start again and it'll be cancelled, and then they'll put her into somebody else's book to try and prop her up like Batman, and it just doesn't work. And now they've had to bring Punchline in to take over Harley Quinn's place because Harley Quinn's now a good guy. Because they can't have this strong, independent woman of color, Harley Quinn, which I'm sure some of them probably think she is, being a bad person or an evil person or a broken person. No, it's a classic example of fucking absolute wankers. Hi, sweet baby Inc. How are you doing? You're doing a great job of fucking destroying the Western gaming industry, you fucking pile of shit. It's another example of people who aren't creative implanting themselves and their own ideas into other characters instead of actually sticking to who these characters truly are and why they worked in the first place.
There's so much more to be pissed about with this.
Oh,
I assume
I
you
know,
guys have heard about it, but I was saying like it's like moving on in the timeline. It's like, okay, so maybe there's a chance that we could maybe see a context, blah, blah, blah. Game comes out, and first of all, what's funny is that it got like people who got whatever version that gives you early access, they had to take it off servers for a while because people were launching into the game and it would just load up the last level and give them all achievements or whatever.
I think if you logged in, it immediately gave you the achievement for completing the game.
Yeah, so they were like, shit.
Yeah.
And I saw this, there was a tweet comparison of, let's see if I can find it. It was like the release of the game from the developers. It says, as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League draws near, its devs say it's one of the most well-optimized games they've worked on. And then side by side with that, Rocksteady was forced to pull Suicide Squad servers offline an hour into its early access release after players experienced a bug which automatically completes the game when they log in.
There you go.
It's like, oh no, I don't think that's working out quite well. Anyway, people have started playing the game because of that early access, and they've started getting access to more and more story points, plot points, and
I've got the ending right here if you want it.
Well, I was just gonna talk about the big things, right? So yes, Batman is just shot in the head and he's down and out, and then you've got do you know what happens to the Flash?
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I do.
Well, chat, if you don't know, the Flash
does
is
he
killed.
declare he's gay?
He's killed,
okay. Yeah.
And then Captain Boomerang goes to piss on him, and he's temporarily paused by Deadshot until Deadshot realizes his cock is really big, and then he carries on.
Oh God.
Now, it's rare that we actually get to say you have both figuratively and literally pissed on the corpse of a hero, but they've got it.
They literally, yeah, and figuratively.
Literally piss on the Flash. Robin is killed by Batman. We find that out in a throwaway line during a funny scene. And then
Funny.
it's supposed to, it's all like crude humor, right? 'Cause it's like the Suicide Squad doing their memes, and then I think they see the what do you call it? The eye sort of shield thing that a lot of the heroes put on, like Batman or Robin. The eyes, you know what I mean? The
domino mask.
Yeah, that. They see that and there's blood all around it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, Batman killed Robin." It's just like, okay. Well, I don't know if is that called a mask.
It's called a domino mask.
It's a mask.
It's called a domino mask.
I've never known.
I was just looking up for the precursor character for Harley Quinn. I've always thought so. I've never heard this exactly. Was the mime from Batman 412? Batman 412. You want to see a picture of it?
Sure.
Show you a picture of it of the mime. Boop, 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 boop.
Jesus, this is just sad. It's like, yeah.
The mime.
So, with all of that, there's many viral tweets with these clips just being like, why did they do this? Why did they make this game? Who is this made for? That sort of thing. And then, of course, there's the game itself, which looks pretty shit. Like, and then obviously optimization is fucked, or at least partially from what we've seen. So just a really bad launch from what looks to be, and then a story that doesn't work, but even if it does, would piss everybody off anyway. So, another victory for DC. Classic.
Dead company.
And there's a lot of people.
Did you like this, by the way, Mauler? Can I just bring up? Did you like this?
Well, I mean, hey. I just like the idea there's a shark in front of it too.
Here's the deal. Like, edgy stories like this worked 10 years ago, almost exactly 10 years ago, when everybody was doing their bad Superman takes, and the mid 2000s on, The Boys came out. There was The Authority. There was just all this I would say nihilistic stuff to flip the script and be subversive with the main characters. Now it's just fucking old and tired. And if I recall correctly, when it comes to the story Twilight that Alan Moore wanted to do, which Kingdom Come kind of ripped off, originally, like Watchmen, he wanted to do it with DC characters, and the editors would never let this happen. Denny O'Neil would never let shit like this happen, because Denny O'Neil understood, other editors understood, that if you do these things to your main characters, whether it's in continuity or out, you devalue the thing that makes your comic sell.
Yes.
Okay. The thing that makes your comic sell is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then you go down quite a bit. Then it's Flash, Green Lantern. It's basically three characters that have sold DC. Now, they've had moments where Teen Titans was the best-selling book and competed with the X-Men, but most of the time it really lately has been Batman. And to kill Batman, the last thing Kevin Conroy voices, by the way,
I was just about to get to that. Yeah,
is not edgy. It's tired. It's fucking so tired. I was tired of it when I was. If anybody out there, probably not, but if anybody out there in the chat shopped at my store, the mantra I had is, I'm sick of this shit. And this was when it was cool. I'm like, I'm sick of this shit. I would like to see heroes be heroes. They need to rebuild them. And Rebirth kind of did that. Yeah. They kind of did that with Rebirth. And I'm like, good. And Dan Dildo fucked it up. But this is why it's a dead company. This is why the American comic book company is dead. And now it's just gone over to games. But I think there is no, and I responded to your tweet to Chris Raygun, who's all of a sudden getting in on this too, to your tweet, just responding to Chris Raygun. And I said, hey, this is the best representation I've seen to what DC has done to itself. Having Harley Quinn kill Batman, voiced by Kevin Conroy. That is a perfect picture of dead company.
So I was going to say, do we have now, am I correct in saying that Kevin Conroy's only performance as a live action Batman was in Batwoman, where he was killed by her?
Correct.
Yes.
And then his final performance as his legendary iconic role is getting killed by Harley Quinn.
It's funny that
not killed by Harley Quinn. He was assassinated by Harley Quinn, executed with his hands tied behind his back, sat on a fucking bench or on his knees or wherever, executed. Absolutely, fucking. Gary's right. This is all this does is devalue your brand and devalue your characters. And everyone in charge at DC, everyone in Marvel, Paramount, wherever you want to go. Number one, we all know they haven't got a fucking clue. Jim Lee is a fucking embarrassment to comics. Absolute embarrassment that he
as a leader. Yeah, he's a terrible leader. He's a good artist who doesn't want to illustrate anymore.
Correct. Just wants to go out fishing, cash his paycheck.
And that's fine. Go retire. Sit on your mountains of cash. Don't pretend to read. Don't basically be a DEI head of DC.
Well, that's what he is. That's what he is. He's a fucking ally. He's an ally who's controllable and wants to just cash a check because he's got no interest in actual comics or loving comics. Nah, just wants to get his fucking napkin out, crayon out, and do a little bit of drawing every now and again. But it absolutely 100% devalues your fucking characters. And people will see this. And again, it's always going to be the silent, not the vocal. The vocal, there'll be plenty of vocal, but it'll be the silent people that go, fuck this. Fuck this.
And one of the first lessons I learned at my comic shop is people who disappear without saying a fucking word. And you're like, that's the worst kind. Cause like, I don't know what I did wrong, what the industry did wrong, what you didn't like. I mean, like it could have been you changed jobs, you moved, or you read Spider-Man One More Day. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Because like
Spider-Man's been destroyed for fucking decade now. They've been trying to destroy him.
What's annoying is when people come in and talk about it when they've got zero reference. They just see a game has released and everyone's mad at an event in isolation, such as Hero is killed, and that's how they refer to it. Because like the clip of the Flash getting pissed on was going around, and then Chris Reagan is like, everyone's being babies about this. There's a lot of things that are bad about the game, like the Arkham connection is dumb. It's got a bad UI, live service, etc. But seeing people upset that the Suicide Squad are not morally upstanding is goofy criticism.
It's pathetic.
It's
what does Chris Reagan know about the Suicide Squad, the movies?
But to be fair, I don't have any clue if he's even familiar with like any of the discussions about anything to do with media. I have actually no idea.
He jumped on the Starfield thing. The guy's a massive baguette. Yeah. It's just a fucking whatever. Desperate for some relevancy back.
What frustrates me is that I'd be pretty harshly against this if it was the only instance, but it's one of what, like 100 at this point?
Yes, it's so tired. You're absolutely right. This is like maybe these idiots, but and this could be true because there's a bunch of DEI hires who are doing this for the first time, who never read shit, and might be, hey, we're the first ones to think about this. We're fucking geniuses when you're like the 1000th.
Dude, speaking of that, it's like, oh, Superman is mind controlled to be evil in this. You're like,
oh my fucking God. Hey, has there been a Superman game? Has there been a Superman by himself game in the last 10 years?
No.
5 years?
No.
A Superman Arkham Asylum where they focus the wrong direction,
but okay.
If there was Gary be evil,
yeah.
Yes, I know there's a bunch of them that Gary made him evil because that's all they can do with Superman.
Evil Superman was Dark Knight Returns in the fucking 80s.
Yes,
because he was a fucking government-controlled Superman
that still gets redeemed at the end.
Still gets redeemed at the end because he's Superman. That's the whole point with heroes. Their heroicism comes out when they are fucking faced with everything that
the people in charge do not believe in heroes.
No, they don't.
Heroes are patriarchy.
They wouldn't even know how to write them. Remember, they often write villains that we're like, wait a minute, I kind of like this. Like this villain knows what's, you know, like when they're like John Walker's the villain. You're like,
no, John Walker did nothing wrong.
That is absolutely. I mean, they have no self-awareness.
I was completely sold on John Walker when he gave up his like role as Captain America to save the people in the van. I was like, do they know they just wrote like a hero moment and they haven't even given that to like their main characters yet? Something that like inspiring, where when you build up a desire in the character, so you know what it means to them to give up that other thing. Meanwhile, you have characters like Captain Falcon who, like, I don't even at this point, it's like, oh, what does he give up to be a hero? It's just like he spent the season trying to overcome the fact that everyone was racist toward him, which was completely invented. hadn't come up really at all in the rest of the MCU.
Well, I mean, why do all the games, it seems like, feature a bad Superman? Because these idiots don't know how to write a good one, which means they're not talented.
Yes.
End of story.
Weird, because Dan Jurgens can write Superman like it's going out of fashion.
Just rolls out of bed writing good Superman.
Right? Just great Superman, great Jerry Orwell, great Superman, great Superman. This bunch of Bendis fucking oh my god. Bendis is coming to destroy everything.
We've seen several examples of how they're not willing to give flaws or like bad vices to a lot of their main characters. A lot of like the newly introduced women in all of the MCU, they just won't give them anything that like brings them down in any way. But when you have that, and then you have the character overcome it, it can be quite endearing because we've all had to do stuff like that. It makes them more human. And so when they do it, they add it to their villains, right? Their antagonists. They're like, yeah, look at their vice, look at their thing. And then they have one scene for one of them, being John Walker, where he overcomes that. You're like, wow, so that's like the most endearing character you've made, and you didn't even mean to.
I know.
So this is what I mean. Like, it's absolutely fascinating to think about. But anyway, I quote tweeted him saying, like, anybody who's saying Suicide Squad kill the Justice League, that's the name of the game. Why would you want them to be nice? Like,
oh god. We don't want them to kill this Justice League. That's the whole thing when it was fucking announced. People are just like, oh, fuck off.
Well, why
are we getting a great Justice League game instead of the fucking pathetic D-listers that nobody can fucking write that's just fucking retarded because it's been written by a bunch of Marxist comic garbage fucks who haven't got a fucking clue about heroes, writing heroes. They hate your fucking audience. They hate fucking comics. They hate fucking Batman, Superman, and they relish the fact that they can take garbage characters that they can't write, make them garbage just like them, and fucking annihilate them. We didn't want this game in the first fucking place. This was meant to be a Superman game. And no, let's not do that. Let's do a Suicide Squad. Kills the Justice League. That'd be so fucking cool. So fucking edgy. Let's get Sweet Baby Ink to black and gay it up. Let's get Sweet Baby Ink to come in and fucking pedo up fucking Poison Ivy. Let's get the fucking company that's a race hustler, a fucking sex hustler, come in and fucking make money off this fucking dog shit left-wing bollocks, which it is. Fucking Chris Rager, go fuck yourself. Take fucking Sweet Baby Ink's dildo and fucking get pegged, little bitch. Fucking all these goddamn fucking sackless cunts in the fucking gaming, like fucking angry cock and all those fucking horseshit, pathetic fucking dog shit idiots fucking taking loads to the face from the fucking Western gaming industry that's fucking dying on its ass because you're inserting your fucking dog shit in. You thought Starfield was the fucking end game? That's the fucking beginning. That's where it's starting. People are fucking waking up to this shit.
Yeah, there's a thing called Gamergate. Dan Vass told me.
Everything, comics, fucking TV, film, videos, games. You're all fucking dull as fuck. You got nothing. You have nothing whatsoever. Let's just do like, oh my god, heroes are like bad and stuff. And like white fucking woman is just like amazing. And there's black ones that's amazing. And oh my god, everyone's a fucking ally. I might murder people and rape and steal, but oh my god, I'm an ally to the LGBTQIA2+ community.
Wasn't that the meme with Chucky? That Chucky was an ally?
Yeah. I might be a murderer, but I'm not a monster. No, you're a fucking monster. Oh my god, my son's like non-binary. Oh my god, it's fucking dog shit. That's why localizers are trying to destroy Eastern fucking properties with their translations, because Eastern properties don't give a fuck about this shit. They laugh at it, rightly so. I laugh at it. We laugh at it. That's why the localizers they've been like, fuck off now. And localizers are getting all fucking, oh my god. They are there. They're wanting to fucking destroy us. Oh my god. They're putting us in gas chambers. Oh my god.
I haven't heard a good argument against AI from them at all.
You can't
bring on the robots.
Continue to lose your audience, lose money, lose people going to the cinemas, lose fucking box office, and say, we're doing the right thing. Alienating, dividing. Fucking put yourself in the ground. Put yourself in the ground, please. The sooner, the fucking better. This game is set to be an absolute fucking turkey, and it deserves it. And once again, just like Alan Woke 2, just like fucking Spoda Cuck 2, just like fucking God of War, let's black up the Norse history, which is essentially fucking blackface. And now the Suicide Cucks, Sweet Baby Inc., with their protected Twitter account, which has been protected ever since we had a fucking go at them for Alan Woke 2. Behind all of this dog shit. And then we've got Indiana Cuck and the fucking bitch of Cuck coming. Everything.
I got a video for you.
Fuck off, Andrew.
It's for Chris Raygun.
Shut up. You don't like what I gotta say? Fuck off.
I just want to compare Az's insults to mine. On that tweet, I said anybody who has this perspective should take a poop without a helmet.
Go fucking go to Baby Inc. Go bend over in front of Baby Inc. Let them fucking rail you. Let them rail you like the fucking little cuck you are, mate. Fuck off. Fuck out of here. Sorry, morning.
No, I was just talking about poop helmets. So I followed on with saying that writers can imagine a hell of a lot more ways than to figuratively and literally piss on a corpse when killing beloved characters. Obviously, I'm alluding to the fact that there's about 1 billion ways that you can execute the story of killing the Justice League, quote unquote. Obviously, you can have it so that they were all like androids that were cloned or created. You know, you can have it that they don't get killed at the end. They're defeated and then freed of the mind control, but that it's cold kill because that's the goal. That, you know, those are just two examples of how you don't actually have to kill them. But even if you do kill them, there are ways to do it that you're not required to piss on a corpse. I just want to put that out there, just so everyone knows, because apparently everyone thinks that that's just normal. It reminds me of the spitting on Joel's corpse. You didn't have to put that in there.
Mask off moment. That's what it is. That's how they really feel. That that had to get by hundreds of people, Mahler. Editors, writers.
Oh well, it
devs,
didn't. Like
executives.
That's why it got leaked.
Yeah,
because someone saw it. Was like, what the fuck?
Somebody gave it the green light. Somebody gave it the green light, and I'm guessing shaved side of the head, or blue hair, or DEI hire. Again, I'm going to bring this up a lot. It's my next video, because it's a cancer. It's an absolute cancer. It's a cancer that doesn't do any quote unquote diverse people any good at all. No, because now every time we see a writer hired, every time we see an actor, every time we see a black character in anything. I was watching the new Guy Ritchie movie trailer, which looked really good, by the way. But there's a woman in a black character in it, and I'm just like, DEI. And that's what everybody else is thinking too. How does that help them? What if they actually got the job on merit? We're not going to know now. We're not going to know now. Hey, it's a good thing they're not doing it in anything important, like, I don't know, flying planes. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. That would be fucking ridiculous.
A lot of the defenses on this are like, how could they have known that Kevin Conroy was going to die? That's like a retarded criticism.
I don't know. The Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Kills the Justice League.
No, I mean,
like a little bit of a fucking giveaway there.
Him dying in real life. I mean, like they couldn't have known that when they were making the game.
How does that make any better? How does that make it any better?
So first of all,
exactly. For one, he was sick for a long time, and he looked sick.
Yeah,
he absolutely looked sick. I knew he was sick.
Let's just be clear. The first argument is, I don't care. I still hate it. It doesn't matter if he'd been alive or not. This is still like fucking ridiculous and offensive, especially considering this is 4 games of this character, and now he's just getting killed off by Harley Quinn. It's like, even if it weren't Kevin Conroy, even if it weren't necessarily Batman, but a character from a franchise that everyone's beloved for how long? Like, you know, I was playing fucking Arkham Asylum when I was a hell of a lot younger. It feels like it's been forever, and it's like, why did you even make it part of the same continuity? And it's like, oh, because they want to try and drag in shit that doesn't even belong. Yeah, because
right? this is done on purpose.
Because they needed to give it legitimacy.
I mean that this is done on purpose.
Like license-wise, they own it. But
pissing on your heroes.
It's the only thing that's worked. Like, Batman Arkham, the whole Arkham line is why DC games exist. It got to the general audience. People loved them, and They had to latch on the same way the identity politics activists have to latch on to Star Wars, and because they can't make anything original, they can't make anything their own. This is about subversion. This is an ideology. Kind of been talking about this in videos for years. A lot of people have, well, before me. It is cultural appropriation. It's cultural domination.
Well,
And-
like I said, so like there's like several factors for why you wouldn't like it beyond that. But then let's really think about this. Kevin Conroy didn't die yesterday. He died more than a year ago.
Yes.
So
They've had time.
I was going to say, if we were designing a game and for some fucking insane, hideous reason we had the scene they had, and then we had a year till release and he dies, I'd be like, well, we can change this.
Mhm.
We can edit this so that he doesn't die at all. The Harley Quinn can't bring herself to shoot him or something. And then she said, they capture him. They put him somewhere.
Even if it's an accident, which it isn't. Think about the optics of that. Think about, like, how are people going to perceive that? Not idiots like Chris Raygun, but like actual DC fans. How are they going to perceive that? They're going to perceive it for what it is. DC wants Harley Quinn to kill Batman.
Yes.
DC would love to have Harley Quinn be their main character because she checks all the right boxes. She's a feminist icon now with absolutely fucking no one. Because no feminists buy comic books, no feminists read comic books.
It's
they
not
only
feminism, though. It's not even.
I understand that it is their twisted male feminist view of feminism, which is supposed to be equality, but they can't even get their own story straight because what is feminine? The next move for Harley Quinn is obvious, has to be trans.
Gary. I can't remember which con it was. But there was a group of fucking talentless hacks from DC and a couple of decent ones, but decent ones that have fucking fallen to the mind virus. And they were talking about transing up characters. And one of the characters they said, oh, would it be great if she got transed up, was Poison Ivy. The embodiment of feminism.
Yeah.
Not feminist, femininity. I should really say, let's go femininity. The embodiment of femininity, Poison Ivy. Oh, would it be great if we transed her up? Tell me you haven't a fucking idea. Tell me you haven't got a single solitary good idea for your fucking industry. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Disgusting. They are showing you exactly how much they detest you, detest your heroes, detest what you love, detest what you've spent decades invested in. They're detesting the history of the creation of these characters and their success. It's spiteful, it's jealous, it's malicious, it's vile. And it's vile fucking people that are doing this.
When you hear diverse, it means less white. When you hear something is for everyone, it's for everyone except for people who don't think like them.
Yes.
It's exactly what it doesn't mean. If we want to argue over the semantics of feminism, which you certainly can, the reality remains feminism has been taken over by Marxist beliefs. So that it's a tainted brand. And same with identity politics, same with any kind of diversity, which was happening naturally before this shit really kicked into high gear in 2016. And there's no going back from it now. There's they can't go back. They painted themselves into the identity politics corner. And we've talked about it. How did we get 5 seasons of Star Trek Discovery? Because they couldn't cancel a show with a black female lead. How have they not fired Kathleen Kennedy? Because they can't fire a powerful female executive, even though she fucking sucks at her job. This is where it kills you. This is where it's bad for business. And this is where it opens the door for a lot of other people. Or studios who might go, you know what, maybe one studio will figure it out and go, we won't do what Disney's doing. That's all you have to do is not do what Disney's doing. And you might have a chance at success. But all of Hollywood's bought in to it. So, and the gaming industry, the biggest entertainment industry in the world by far, is you're going to have to rely on independent games, I guess, to come up. But holy shit, that game looks bad. I mean, it's going to flop. which is great.
Well, so at this point, a couple people were like, "You haven't even played it," to me, and I was like, "Fuck you! I'll play it. I'll play it and find out exactly how bad it is."
Where's the meme of the dog taking the shit, about to take a shit?
Yeah, I know.
Where's that's
No,
all you
Gary,
have to do.
you have to understand. There's context that makes the pissing on Flash's corpse great. Trust me on that. You know, it'll all make sense.
Okay, yeah,
Contact
these geniuses.
and the Suicide Squad. That's the context.
So I can see. I mean, maybe it won't even fucking work, judging from the bugs it's been getting. But you know, we'll see.
Sorry to plug it so much, but it's relevant. Okay. Watch the intro to my video that Perry put together. Just watch it. It'll explain a lot.
It's funny. A lot of people were saying like, but what if they pissed on Ezra Miller Flash? That would be funny. It's like they can't do that. They have to find the one that people like.
Yeah.
Like,
The Grant Gustin Flash they'll piss on.
Yeah.
Which was only good in the first season.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, the Flash the one time we'll see like the traditional Flash. I don't know, my son's big Wally West. He's like, I don't like Barry Allen. I like Wally West. But the traditional Flash will get pissed on. That's it. That's what they're doing. And you know, maybe this ends it. Who knows? Maybe there'll be such a backlash. There seems to be quite the backlash already.
Oh yeah, dude. There's multi-thousand like viral tweets about like what the fuck is this? So many normal people had no idea this game was even coming, seeing these clips and being like,
is this how you're selling your game?
Yeah, a bit weird.
And good for the people who leaked it.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, The Last of Us 2 had the same sort of situation where there was all these memes that people were like, is that real? No way, that's real. And then the game came out, it was like all of it's real.
Well, what made it more real is they hit people like Az and Jeremy and many others. I was watching Jeremy's live stream when they were talking about the meme and they hit it. Naughty Dog hit it. That's what made it real. That's what made it fucking real. But yeah, once people saw it, Mahler, you know, you guys read the Game of Thrones season 8 spoilers, and you were like, this cannot be fucking real. And it was real.
I stand by that. That was a reasonable response. There was some things in there that made no sense at all, and then they made even less sense in the show in terms of like logistics, which is kind of funny looking back, right? You know, people be like, how do they get there and there in that amount of time? It's like, oh, you fucking sweet summer child. Like the idea that would be a problem compared to what we're gonna see. Ugh.
Fuck.
And then Game of Thrones season 8 was just garbage writing.
That's an understatement.
Fair enough. We literally have fucking ideologues with their ideology ripping apart decades upon decades of characters to prop up their own shit.
I know, created by men and women who gave a shit for a long time. Very talented people who protected the legacy for as long, and that's why it lasted that long, because they didn't do stupid shit like this.
Yeah.
And by the way, just to point out to Chris Raygun, this is like the 1,000th time they've fucking done it. Oh, bad Superman killing Batman.
I'm so bored of that.
Yeah, I'm so fucking. They just did a game where they killed where Batman was dead. They just did a series where Batman was dead.
Yep.
And by the way,
how about a fucking Batman TV show?
If you don't think that 98% of the fucking
how about everybody else is fucking dead and just Batman is left? I'm fine with that.
I'd play that game.
Yeah.
I'd play that game. And Batman gets his fucking huge knob out and pisses all over Harley Quinn's corpse.
Yeah. Oh my God. Takes a.
Could you imagine?
No, he takes a big. He takes a big. No, he takes a big Gotham steamer on her chest.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I want to see.
There's a Vince McMahon. There's a Vince McMahon on fucking Harley Quinn's face.
Harley Quinn is a trash character. She needs to die.
Yeah.
That would be. You want me to buy a DC comic? Everybody kills Harley Quinn.
And everybody kills Harley Quinn and shits and pisses on her corpse.
Oh my God.
I'll buy that comic, DC.
Skull rapes her.
She's a funny like writing challenge. Just like the challenges make her interesting, and so many have failed again and again and again.
It hasn't been interesting since the early 90s.
Oh, bats. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm so bored. Like walking around.
It's like Spider-Gwen. There's just no identity there. It's just let's steal everything from other characters and try and do something and see if it works. Let's keep throwing fucking. Hey Gary, remember Tom King's Heroes in Crisis, where Harley Quinn takes out Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in the same fucking room?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Such original idea.
So, the 4 playable characters in this game, right? King Shark, he's got like a minigun and he's a brawler. Deadshot's got his guns. Boomerang's got his boomerangs. Do you know what Harley Quinn has?
Pistol and hammer.
Well, pistol and a mallet or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you know, how is she going to travel around? She's going to do this. So it's like, she's got stolen Batman tech. That's how she's doing everything. It's just like fucking of course.
Okay. I again reiterate, this is it. This is the they have painted the perfect picture of how DC, the dead company, has committed Mary suicide by this is perfect.
Well, isn't this what they did
Harley
in the comics after we gave up?
Basically Joker's identity, Batman's tech to kill Batman.
Remember when Batwoman stole all of Batman's tech?
Yes. And then says, I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
It'll be better when it's on a woman.
And they actually ended up cutting that from the fucking show because of the fucking laughable outpouring from people going, she's in his cave stealing all of his shit.
And then the main actor fucking got fired.
There's like that hostage situation in that building, and she goes all the way back to the Batcave to put on her costume and help them. I thought that was really funny. That was like episode 3 too.
Yeah.
And then teleport back again.
Yes.
She used fast travel. She used fast travel.
Hey, it fit a woman, so it was better.
Captain Boomerang has the Speed Force for some reason, somebody says.
Yeah, he's stolen that from the Flash, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to find out a lot of cringe when I play this, from what I gather.
Did he steal it through his urine stream?
Oh, yeah. I imagine as you would swear off the very concept of touching this game.
I wouldn't touch this I wouldn't touch this if it had trans titties on it.
Okay. Well, I've seen a couple people say they were thinking of buying it, so I was like, just wait until we can check it out on my stream, okay? And we'll see what's going on.
I don't think I could do it. I think I would probably end up smashing my monitors.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with
this. On a Sweet Baby Inc. are a scum company. A scum company. And they are there, they are just purely there to fuck up your shit. And it's made for as Gary said earlier, it was true. When they say it's made for everybody, they are saying it's made for us.
Yeah,
it's made for our little corner, and that is it. Go fuck yourself.
Our little identity cult.
Yeah. And if you think for one moment that 99.9% of the people claiming to be trans on social media aren't, then there's something fucking wrong with you. Because it's just the biggest fucking club to get in, to get attention for narcissists, for people that feel out of place and whatnot. I could go, I don't feel like having sex today, and I'm on that fucking banner. Oh, you're asexualized, so now you're a fucking LGBT fucking ally, blah, blah, blah. It's just fucking nonsense. The whole fucking concept is nonsense. And that's why the rest of the world points its fingers at the West and fucking laughs. Because it's a fucking joke. From fucking start to finish, from entertainment to government to everything. It's turning into a fucking joke. Jesus Christ, aliens, come quick. Let's get off this fucking place. Elon, I'll go to Mars. I volunteer as tribute. I'll fucking go.
The aliens pop in like, man, you guys need some better media.
Yeah, and if you don't think somebody would pretend, I mean, which makes it so much worse. If somebody would pretend to be gay or put on a woman's dress to get roles in Hollywood, if you don't think that is a reality, you are crazy. Remember, there's this thing called the casting couch. People have been willing, have volunteered to do much worse with Harvey Weinstein and others to get like a little guest starring role or a small role. They're willing to sell their soul. And yeah, there's a reason it's a trend.
King Shark uses a Green Lantern ring in the game as well, which that's not how Green Lantern rings work.
Yeah, it does,
Not-
loser. You can just take it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
As somebody who liked the Suicide Squad movies, I think they were banking on it being bigger than it was when they went out and made this game.
Yeah, definitely.
They really, DC at the time, the powers that be who are no longer there at Warner Brothers, thought that was going to be their Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why they made Air like just destroy his movie, whatever it was. Yeah. Good luck, James Gunn. Hey, they cast Millie Alcock as Supergirl. That's pretty good casting.
Yeah.
It's pretty good casting, I gotta say.
She's playing a nihilistic.
Yeah, the story they're basing it on is shit. So good casting, but they're basing it on a Tom King story, which is essentially the same story they used to the Supergirl and Flash.
All right, chat. I just got to explain something quickly to chat. Chat, I don't have something stuck in my teeth. I woke up half an hour before the stream was meant to start. I put one of my meals in. I rammed a huge piece of chicken in my mouth, and I've now burnt everything around here. And the inside of my mouth is falling apart.
Oh.
So it's not anything stuck in my teeth. It's literally the side of my face is melting inside my mouth, and I'm trying to just very subtly, unsubtly get this fucking flapping pieces of skin out to allow it to heal. So thank you for noticing.
The chat notices all.
I know.
They notice all.
It does suck. It does suck. And yes, it is a little bit painful, but who cares? Pleasure and pain and all that.
No, you like it.
Well, that was the first hour of the show, nearly.
Yeah, that and the poor timing of this game, because there's not a ton going on right now. It's going to get a lot of attention. A lot of attention, as it should. Call this shit out.
Sweet Baby Ink in the center of it all.
Sweet Baby Ink. And Hollywood doesn't need a Sweet Baby Ink. They are Sweet Baby Ink, but it's an extortion racket. That's all it is.
It's
a grift. It's a fucking grift. None of these people give a shit about any actual diversity or moving things forward, which, by the way, were happening naturally anyway. And nobody had a fucking problem with it. But now you're forcing in, black characters in the history where they didn't exist, or and it's it's totally fine to do it with like Norse mythology or historical European tales or Lord of the Rings. God forbid you do it anywhere else, though.
One more thing.
Just
I won't even give my opinion because you guys are gonna want to give an opinion immediately. But how do you think Wonder Woman dies?
Oh, she probably has the heroic death. Heroic death.
She's raped to death by King Shark.
I'm going to say because she's a woman, she gets the most heroic death.
Batman shot in the face, Flash pissed on, Wonder Woman makes a self-sacrifice with sad music as her death.
Oh, of course.
It's that easy to predict. That's
garbage.
That's why it's easy to predict what's going to happen in Rings of Power, in Rings of Power season 2, in the Rey movie. We could, as a matter of fact, we could probably dedicate a show plotting the Rey movie, and one of us will be right. I guarantee you, because they only, the taco, almost the perfect meal. Mexican food, the perfect food, is a variation of about 5 or 6 things. On the other side of that coin, the horrible thing that is woke entertainment is a variation of 5 things, basically. It's the same variation. And the only people you can kill horribly are white people. The only bad guys now are Nazis or Swedish bikers on meth. And that's all you can do. It's amazing how many white criminals you see robbing like liquor stores and stuff, where, quite frankly, all the white folks are too busy being on fentanyl and being a zombie. Yeah, so they're not robbing anybody. But they it's unwillingness. It's not that they can't. They could just tell stories. I hate to break this to you. Everybody has potential to be evil, but you're not going to see that in entertainment because that would be pushing the unjust systems of power and pressure and colonization and patriarchy,
which is the biggest fucking irony out there, because they're the ones in power pushing this narrative.
Exactly.
The very people that do have the power that's pushing the victim narrative are the people that are constructing the narrative.
Are the authoritative assholes.
Yes. Of course, that was always
the new
going to be the way
PMRC.
the Wonder Woman died.
Like watching. This was such a bizarre moment. Even my kid came out and said, "Did you hear what Seth MacFarlane said with fucking Bill Maher?" And he's like, Seth MacFarlane's basically backing up censorship, and Bill Maher has to check him on it. I'm like, oh my god, what fucking timeline are we in? But that's where we are. It's the establishment. It's not right or left. It's are you an authoritative asshole or are you not? I mean, it's pretty much there. That's where we are. So it's the new PMRC. It's the new PMRC. We can't put that in there. We were talking about it with Shad on Forbidden Frontier because, Shad's Mormon. So there was a lot of polygamy jokes and whatever. But Shad did bring up, it's weird that like polygamy is bad, but polyamory is fine.
Yes.
What's the fucking difference?
None.
Wait, what?
Apart from one, just do it all together.
Yeah.
The others might go to different houses.
Outside of the marriage, we're just talking about the relationship portion of it. What's the difference? Shad is right.
I just want to go through a couple of.
By the way, he wasn't defending polygamy at all.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to go through a couple of big soups because I can't let this hang because J-Mac's just been insane. J-Mac with $100 says Magic the Gathering did it the worst with their big bad Nicole Bolas, an elder dragon that mind controls people, steals powers, and lets entire realms get consumed, killing millions of innocents. But Wizards of the Coast felt the need to say that he's not a homophobe, though. He's an equal opportunity murderer, I guess. It's hilarious when you have to say shit like that. So it's hilarious when he got Chucky going, I might be a murderer or I might be a killer, but I'm not a monster.
Remember Grace Randolph said that she was annoyed that Starro didn't kill enough white people.
Yes.
Starro, what? Like
on
what?
The Brown Island. On the island of brown people, she was upset that not enough white people were killed.
She's such a bimbo, dude. No, and that was after she obsessed about John Cena's crank and his tidy whities for like 15 minutes.
Gushing.
That's the most normal thing she's done.
Yeah. Her eyes were popping out of her fucking head. It was on the topic, John Cena's.
Grace just needs to get laid. Grace gets laid her whole life.
God, who would go in there? Jesus. And then J-Mac followed that up with gifting 50 memberships to the scene.
She hunted.
She hunted, Gary. Hunted for John Cena's
dick.
Enoch Mamon with $100 as well says, I've been over this nihilist crap day one. Read the Ultimates. It's great. It opened with Hulk killing and eating civilians. That's why I hated the Ultimate Comics, The Boys, etc. I know you love Mark Miller, but he, Ennis, Ellis, etc. caused this. Never liked them, never will.
They certainly brought it on. It was selling at the time.
Always been Ennis's stick.
That's always been Ennis's thing. But if you read Mark Millar's stuff, there's heroism in it. He always finds heroism in it. So I disagree with Ennis. Ennis hates superheroes. I think he's never been a secret about that. Not a big fan of comic book fans either.
No.
But referring to them as mouth breathers at one point. That was a long time ago. Maybe his mind has changed since then. So I don't want to totally judge the man but he did say that. But
you can't deny that the Ennis stuff is really entertaining. I mean, Preacher,
Well,
Hitman, The Boys.
Punisher, dude, his Punisher run was great, but there was a time for it. But yeah, it's that time has passed, and quite frankly, in hindsight, it did contribute to this age. The comic books were not supposed to become The Watchmen. The Watchmen was a one-off series, just to show the other side. But that's what they've become, and a lot of people contributed to that. That's fact. But there were a lot of writers who got overshadowed. We talked about some of them who did try to write some good, like the Daredevil run was fucking fantastic. You know, yes, Bendis and Brubaker wrote a great Daredevil run. There was some good stuff. There was some really good heroic stuff too. But yeah, Irredeemable, that's a bad Superman. The Boys, The Authority. And everybody just tried to outdo each other. I think that was part of it.
Yeah,
everybody was trying to outdo each other.
There is a place for this, but to me, it has to be the exception and not the norm. When it starts becoming the norm, that's when it's all fucking destroyed.
The point I was trying to make is, like, there hasn't been a Flash game. There hasn't been a Superman game. So you're like, this could be the first time some people are seeing it, and they're seeing evil Superman for the 5th time.
Yeah.
And they're seeing Flash. Oh, he's in a video game. You know, yes, he's been in others, but he's never had a solo video game. They've never put the focus on a really good Justice League just fighting a villain that's not a bad Superman or somebody using a bad Superman. Fuck, that's what Snyder was going to do.
Yes.
That's what Zack Snyder was going to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fucking enough. Okay. How about just a heroic Superman? How about a heroic Flash?
No one likes
that. Is
anymore.
a cis white male upholding the whole thing with truth, justice, and the American way. That says everything. The fact that they wanted to get rid of that. Well, they have got rid of that. Now, James Gunn says he said truth, justice, and American way, but I think James Gunn's DC universe is fucking DOA.
James Gunn's not telling the truth. James Gunn's a liar. Okay, he's been a proven liar. He was asked if the Batman was still going ahead. He said yes and rolled his eyes, but it's not in production. I think they're waiting for the Penguin show to see what's going on. Oh. He also said that The Flash was the best superhero movie he's ever seen. He was fucking lying.
True.
He was fucking lying. Yeah. He's had to lie. He's lied about a lot of things to protect the company and stuff. Instead of, I would just say nothing rather than lie. I think that's probably better than just lie, because now you're getting off the foot of, you're trying to protect your story and company by lying. You're getting off the wrong foot with the fandom. Plus, you had all of those flops that came out, which are going to hurt your brand in the general public, whether you like it or not. Probably shouldn't have released them at all. And yeah, you have to make the greatest Superman movie ever to get people interested in. And you can't start with fucking Batman. Plus, they're recasting Batman. They're going to have another Batman. So there's going to be the Batman and Batman. Oh. And he's going to jump right into the Grant Morrison era. If you guys were just bringing that up. Yeah. He's jumping in the Grant Morrison era. He's doing the Tom King era with Superman. That writer's room has the Birds of Prey writer. It has Tom King. It's not looking good.
He said JJ's film's still going.
Yes.
JJ's Black Superman is still going.
He was asked on that fucking
Threads.
Threads. Yeah, he was asked if that's still going. He said yes. That's a fucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's an absolute lie. That movie is not going. You will not see the Ta-Nehisi Coates, Jar Jar Abrams Black Superman.
Nope.
So good luck to James Gunn, and maybe he's lying to everybody else, you know, and maybe he makes this really traditional thing. We'll find out.
The really traditional thing that's rammed with.
But that's not his style. That's why I'm like,
heroes for some reason and not just focusing on fucking Superman.
Yeah. James Gunn does not come from that school, the heroic school. It's not, he's got, like, he's really good with Guardians of the Galaxy. He's really good with some stuff, but he doesn't come from the traditional hero school at all.
You guys hear about the Atlas thing?
The what?
So
what
Netflix
thing?
announced that they're going to be toning down one of the characters' sexism from the original
Oh,
series.
in Avatar.
Yeah.
They Lofty pointed out they said that about Sanji as well in One Piece.
Well, in any case, obviously, it's just bad news.
It's bad news. The trailer looked good. The trailer looked good. I like the trailer. I did. The two Ghostbuster. We should totally react to that the Guy Ritchie movie trailer.
I haven't seen it yet. So
it looks pretty good. And the two Ghostbusters trailers, there's the American one, and then there's the one they released for India, which was totally different, by the way. I think it looks all right. I don't hate it.
Isn't it?
What?
Isn't it interesting though? We went from being like, we're going to introduce sexism and then have the characters be critical of it, and by the time you hit the end of his arc, he's going to be realizing that the comments he was making before were a little bit like stupid. And now they've said like having them at all needs to be gone. That's the true progressive statement, which completely reinforces my idea that a lot of people's idea that I feel like we cracked it in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was the golden age of the leveling out of men and women, having everyone shit on each other and then grow together, team up, that sort of stuff. It's remarkable how many buddy cops would have either white guy, black guy, or black guy, Asian guy, or two Asian guys, or whatever. And it's like nobody gave a shit. But that these days, you know for a fact that if they were to announce some new buddy cop movie, they'd be like, "Whoa, it's like not two white guys," as if that's what it always was.
Please watch Rush Hour. Please, I would love to see what they have to say about Rush Hour.
Well,
Metal visited recently. We watched the three of them back to back. I love Rush Hour. It's fucking great. I'm not sure if I would be happy if they made another one or not.
They don't want men and women working together. That's what like the MCU is a perfect example of this. Superheroes should be egalitarian. You don't hear that word. You hear equity now. You don't even hear equality. But what it should be is egalitarian. Okay. And that's propped up by a lot of it is through what they believe is heteronormativity, which what's her fuck played Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises. Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah.
Was saying it just doesn't exist. She's fucking retard. So
she's always been a bit retarded.
Yeah, they're not for equality. They're not for even equity. It's a power. It's power. It's power. It's revenge. It's power and revenge.
It's pathetic. And that's why manga's destroying the comic book industry, because people are going for more fun, interesting, and legitimately diverse. Because diversity means, in the West, diversity means it's all the same fucking far left shit. There is no actual diversity.
Somebody emailed me an article from the Independent that the BBC will not consider any applications for anyone who downplays diversity. Think about that just for a second.
Guess we're not getting employed.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting a job anytime soon. Who's dismissive of it? Who's dismissive of diversity?
Well, it was like Chrissy put that joke on Twitter a couple of days ago, where she's getting on a flight and she says, "Just boarded my flight. Yay, 2 white pilots," or something.
I know.
And it was funny. It was funny because it came obviously straight after the idiot of United, the CEO of United, basically said, "We don't care if you're white and capable. Would rather have a fucking black or gay person that isn't for quota." So somebody responded to Chrissy by saying, "Tell me that you don't like inclusion and diversity by not telling me exactly that you don't like." And Chrissy just replied by saying, I don't give a shit about inclusion and diversity," and fucking absolutely destroyed him. That's where we are. That ally would rather have a diverse, i.e. non-white, as we've already established, because that's what diversity means. They would rather have a non-white pilot that wasn't up to the level of a white pilot because diversity. That's the level of absolute insanity that we're at now. So if and when one of those planes crashes, good luck, United. That's where we are. It's insane. The West is a joke. It's not just America, it's the UK, it's other countries. They want to jail you here in the UK, Labour, if they get in. They want to jail you for 2 years for misgendering, for calling a man. Because that day you woke up and was like, oh, what's a good way to get into ladies' changing rooms? Oh, yeah, just say I'm a fucking woman.
What's this one? That the EU chief wants to ban gendered phrases such as classic Star Trek line to boldly go where no man has gone before, which they just said no one. They've already changed that. So what about Spider-Man or Batman?
Gary, that was changed in 1987.
It was changed in 87.
1987. If you want proof, if you want a receipt, watch the beginning of Star Trek The Next Generation Encounter at Farpoint Part 1. Boldly go where no one has gone before. Somebody got it right. When they saw that, they said, somebody really has a hate boner for William Shatner. Because he's not on any of the marketing for Star Trek anymore. And we all know why. George Takei. We all know why.
It's weird watching the movies with Drinker and being like, Kirk is so important, so central. Just being like, yeah, we won't put him on a promotional piece with all the captains. It's like, he's like the main one. What the fuck?
Crazy.
Yeah, Kurtzman is he's a retard. He's a woke retard.
Remember season one of The Next Generation, where the youngest person to ever make captain in Starfleet was a black woman? And nobody bats an eyelid because it's Star Trek and it's about the meritocracy. So you're like, okay, she got there through merit. Because that's how Star Trek used to work. Now you've got fucking Michael Burnham fucking crying to her crewmates. You were right to demote me. However, in the very next episode, I'm still going to lead every single meeting that we're having. You're going to stand behind me, even though you're the captain. And I'm not even meant to be here. It's just garbage dog shit. The whole thing, it's all fucking dog shit. Get him out of here. I think this is a really good segue into the film threat article.
Yep.
Well, while you, I have a meme. If you want to, I can say the meme while you do that. I just saw it on Twitter.
Sure.
It was pretty funny. There's an image of Bond and Ana de Armas. It says, and let me finish it before you explode, as you'll like this. Okay. It says, I think the new James Bond should be a woman. Just think how great it would be. Great cars, big accidents, massive explosions, and you get all of that just while parking the car.
Let's bring this up. That's I didn't say anything because I actually, you could tell exactly where that was going. Still funny.
Yes.
Male and pale is stale.
What?
Black and diverse, it's gonna get worse. How about that for a response? Yeah, this is the new Hollywood mantra. It's can I get it a little bit bigger? That's what she said. Male and pale is stale. Responses to an open letter to the Film Actors Guild.
I got a video coming out on this later too. But yeah, it's part two. What Chris has been getting, Chris and Alan Ng have been getting, is a bunch of anonymous emails And these are not just from their terms, like below the line workers. These are from largely members of the Writers Guild of America and other guilds as well. All these commie organizations. And it's essentially people living in fear. People living in fear. They can't put, there's no way they can put, if they put their name to any of this, they're on a blacklist forever. And you just got to think, wow, you're not only in fear of the corporation, which is running the same mantra as your own fucking union. You're afraid of your union.
Mm-hmm.
You're afraid of your own union that you have to be in. And this is why unions suck, especially entertainment unions. This ain't working in the fucking salt mines. You know, you're not working in a steel factory in the early 1900s. You're making entertainment. If you're that good, go out on your own for one and get off the corporate teat. But this is this whole system that they set up. And this is why the unions need corporations. They need the corporate teat to keep themselves employed, and the people who run the union stay employed. Who's going to be unemployed is the members of their union now. And they're realizing this because everything's been halved this year. Everything. Film releases, TV releases. Netflix just committed $5 billion of its $17 billion spend this year towards wrestling.
Yes.
Towards
WWE
wrestling.
next January.
And
WWE coming to Netflix.
they're going to be going after live sports next. And because those are the things you can still put commercials on, still make a lot of money on. And what didn't work was making, and this sucks, but what didn't work was making original entertainment, scripted entertainment, because it sucked. It sucked. So now they are stuck, and they're like realizing I'm not getting hired because I'm too old, I'm too white. And you know, as this article will state, like just being gay isn't enough. You have to check a couple of more boxes.
Yeah.
And they can't say anything. They can't say.
By the way, folks, go subscribe to Film Threat on YouTube. Our friend Chris Gore, great guy, wonderful, wonderful guy, and Alan Ing the Merciless, two really, really good guys. That may have, and this is going to come as a shock to some of you, may have different opinions to us from time to time. Crazy, huh?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
No, what we're listen, we have, all of us have way more in common.
Yes.
We disagree on a few political talking points. I think what we all want is good entertainment. I think we are tired of seeing the audience being made the enemy. We're tired of seeing half the country, whether we agree with that half or not, being demonized, being inhuman. We're tired of seeing inconsistency. Like they'll go after one former president, but not go after the current one, which is comedy gold. You know, consistency. It's a tough thing when you're an ideological hack, but this is not going to help it. We saw the Oscar rules and how insane those are. Well, now they are absolutely everywhere. They're in the Artists Guild. They're in the Writers Guild, the TV Academy Guild, the Academy, the Film Actors Guild, Directors Guild. It's everywhere.
The only constant in entertainment. Oh, by the way, here's a thing. Because Harley Quinn shot and killed Kevin Conroy at the end of Suicide Squad, does that make her a homophobe?
Well.
Oh.
Yes.
I think so.
They just killed their gays.
Harley Quinn, yeah. They just
buried
kill
their
your
gays.
gays. Bury your gays, I guess.
But on the progressive stack, she's a lesbian woman, so she's more oppressed. I'm just trying to think in their terms.
Well, she's
It's hard.
bisexual. She's bisexual, isn't she?
I don't know.
Actually, no, she's a paedophile because she was hitting onto child Poison Ivy.
Oh, that's
Is that
normal.
that's from the same game, right?
That's from the same game.
Who looked
yes.
like Greta Thunberg.
Who did look like Greta Thunberg.
Sweet Babying. The only constant in entertainment is change. Industry veterans understand that dramatic pivots in the way that Hollywood does business are the only thing that can be counted upon. But recent shifts have veteran writers concerned. Part of this has to do with the WGA's, FAG's, requirement that new members check boxes to identify themselves so that this data may be used in the hiring process. A recent open letter to the Film Actors Guild, written by a Film Actors Guild member, is saying out loud what so many in the industry fear to say, and that is the radical voices have taken hold in Hollywood and are more concerned with pushing ideology and messaging rather than entertaining an audience. Where have we heard that for the past, I don't know. I've known you for nearly 4 years now, Gary. More pretty much nearly the same. How long have we been hearing that from us?
Since I've done you.
Since from now,
Yep. Oh, damn. The bigots were right.
But the bigots can't be right, so then they get themselves into a complete tangle because the people who said it, who they vilified, were right. They're admitting it themselves because when you're ticking boxes, that's when we say we used to say the term metaphorically ticking boxes.
Yes.
Now they are literally
they made
boxes.
It. They literally made boxes to check. And there's a lot of them.
But I guess
you gotta laugh. They're so predictably retarded. It's like if there's a point, you just gotta laugh because listen, this is all about accelerism. This shit will fucking destroy them. It will absolutely destroy them. That's why people are reaching out to Chris and Alan because they're like, this is it. Our ship is taken in water. We're on the way down. The lifeboats are gone.
Hey, Joker had it right. Okay, don't see it as a tragedy. See it as a comedy.
See it as a comedy at this point. It is tragic. It is tragic that they've absolutely
that's a great line.
Perverted and destroyed everything we love.
Couple of things they haven't gotten their fingerprints on, I guess.
Don't say them out loud.
I won't say names of anything.
They're already remaking Buffy.
Someone out there is like, wait, which ones?
They're remaking Buffy.
They want to remake. They want to.
They can't.
They've been wanting to do it for years.
Like, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know if remaking, but like, do they think they would get a huge audience with that? Like,
no.
Well, remember when it was announced that they were going to do a Black Buffy, and Anita Sarkeesian no.
When like damn near came out and made a video I would make.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself, Anita. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well done.
That was fucking great. That was
I remember the time saying like Anita likes Buffy. Has she watched it recently? Like Buffy's I've been watching it with a friend for the first time when Cordelia called, I can't remember what the context was. She called someone retarded. The friend was like,
there's a scene in Angel from season 4 that I'm going to use in my clips where he's locked up and he's Angelus and he just straight up goes, "Are you retarded?" And I'm like, I'm going to use that. They drop retarded all the time in it. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, the money generated by the industry has seen a remarkably noticeable drop. The rise of the term flopbuster in response to so many films like Indiana Jones and the Dialysis of Destiny underperforming at the box office seems to be directly related to mainstream audiences. Wholesale rejection of the over-messaging they see hijacking entertainment. Not to mention the destruction of intellectual property that normally performs successfully with fans. Box office receipts for films like The Marvels, amongst others, of writers questioning the wisdom of pushing identity / the message.
The
The
message.
message.
Oh, I can do that too now.
I gotta do it.
It just takes me a while.
Okay. Oh wow.
Kind of takes the punch out of it, but it's okay.
The message.
Yay.
Sorry.
The message.
Over storytelling with a broad appeal. Male and
Le
pale
message.
is stale is driving the type of films and TV shows that get made. That is a quote from the open letter. The mainstream industry trades have yet to weigh in on this open letter. However, the story has resulted in a flood of emails sent to Film Threat. Subscribe to Film Threat. These correspondences paint a picture of an industry where fear of speaking out could result in one being blacklisted as problematic.
Dude,
You
there's
must-
there's one guy who reached out. Sorry to interrupt, Daz.
No, good.
And it's in my video, but he and I kept this quote in. I hope this doesn't get. We're protecting identities. I don't know any of them, but like this person says, I gave you a fake email address because I'm worried if my IP gets connected to
Yes.
this, that I'll end up on a blacklist.
Yes.
That's how, and like, I get it. Like, easy for me to say, put your name to it, buddy, and ruin your life, but like the fact that they have to do that. I mean, that's the only question I would ask is, why would you continue working there? This sounds like a fucking horrible place to work.
Well, it's Hollywood. It is a horrible.
Well, it is a horrible place to work. I worked in the below the line there for a couple of years, and it was a shitty place to work. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's more honor in prison than there is in Hollywood.
I believe you.
That's not a joke.
No, I legitimately believe you. There's probably less segregation.
It probably is. Well, there is segregation now.
There is.
Yeah.
Absolutely is.
Well, I remember I was watching a Nuna, Gary, where Chris was trying to tell you something about a film he was trying to see, and it wasn't the point of what he was saying, so he almost moved past it. But he was like, "Yeah, I couldn't go because I wasn't white, so it was like a diverse screening or whatever." And you were like, "Whoa!" He was like, "No, just trying to move past like how insane that is."
Yeah, and I kept on. I'm gonna pump the brakes there, pal. What?
Did
and
you?
Yes, there are screenings. They're not. There's no paper that specifically said, but it's called like up and coming voices. But they are screenings for only diverse people. So Alan can go, but Chris couldn't.
There's more Asians on planet Earth than any. Anyway,
Yeah.
Did you see that school has now segregated black and white
and white
pupils
swimming?
from swimming?
I saw your tweet on that.
Why do they want to kill
so
black
many
people?
jokes there.
Why do they want to kill black people?
I know. What about the lifeguard?
You just need one white lifeguard could save so many lives.
The lifeguard better be named Chad. That's all I'm saying. Oh no. Yeah, we're going backwards, folks. We're going backwards. Oh, male, pale, and stale. And that's been going around for a long, long time, apparently. And it stems from the universities where parents go to waste their money to have their kids' brains rotted.
Amen.
Yeah, put your kid in trade school. It's shorter, it's cheaper. They'll learn a valuable skill that will actually make them money.
Yes. You must adhere to this new ideology or face the prospect of unemployment forever. A phrase we heard over and over again is this: male and pale is stale. If one were to reword this statement in any way, black is whack. Black and gay is not slay.
Chris said this, and he's right. And he's not the first one to say this. if you take that statement and apply it to any other racial demographic,
Yeah.
you'd be murdered. I mean, okay. So if that's, then that makes that statement racist.
It is racist.
Stating the obvious, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody in
It
the
is
chat
racist.
knows this already.
Yeah.
So, but
there's no such thing as not racist towards white people. That is what racist people say to allow themselves to be racist.
Yeah, I just remember when I first heard of that, and I was like, did I actually have the wrong definition of racism my whole life? And then you check it and you're like, no.
If one were to reword this statement and another way, it may result in accusations of racism. But this view is widely accepted all over Hollywood. Like a mantra, male and pale is stale, is driving the type of films and TV shows that get made. We can see that in action. What industry outsiders may not understand is that Hollywood is a freelance business where work is scarce, and in the current day, one must constantly demonstrate allegiance to specific ideals or face the prospect of never working. The fear is palpable and a dominant force hanging over the heads of those who wish to simply make a living working in entertainment. These emails sent to Film Threat have been edited to protect the identities of those who wish to speak out, all of which requested to remain anonymous. The letters came from Emmy and Oscar-nominated talents working at various levels in the industry. Additionally, letters that were repetitive or simply echoed points already stated have been left out. What follows are emails sent to Film Threat in response to the open letter to the Film Actors Guild. Draw whatever conclusions you wish. One thing is certain: Hollywood is changing, and many feel it may not be for the best. If you are a WGA member or work in the industry and have a story to tell or something to add and would like to share our story on or off record, you can contact Film Threat. I've told Chris, I can't get off this screen. I've told Chris before. When that screen pops up, I can't get it off my fucking screen. Can't get off.
The format?
The we value your privacy screen. Once it comes up, that's it. I can't do it. Can somebody else share the article? If I put it in private.
I can.
I've told Chris. Chris, you're probably watching. Told you about this. I can't get it off. It just won't go off. Agree, disagree, just won't go off. No.
Send me the link.
I have it. It's in the private chat.
Chris, why isn't it the first thing when you go to Film Threat? Why isn't it like right there? Gore. We're giving him notes. He gave me notes too. All right. I will share.
Thank you.
I don't know if it'll be much better.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Where were we? Male and pale is stale.
Yeah, that's the one.
How far down was that?
We had got to we just got past the if you want to share a story.
So the mantra is male, pale, and stale. We got that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's female, gay, or brown.
Sales down.
Sales down. Let's get back to that's good. You win.
Yeah, good one. Top
Good
one as
one.
well.
So
Continue. Down, and then continue.
And then hit continue.
Oh no, go up a bit.
Oh shit.
Now this is what happens to me. Then it brings up but with me it brings up the
Okay. So DEI is being weaponized. Is that where we want to start?
Well, I don't know. I just where we left off. Can you just scroll up to see where we left off?
Well, I'd have to go back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, let's go with that. Let's start there. Can you make it a little bit bigger for anyone, if that's okay?
No, that's what she said.
Hey, boy. Can you get rid of that fucking thing on
I'm
the...
trying. Okay.
Chris!
Jesus Christ, it's like bleeding cool, Chris.
I know!
What's going on?
Jesus Christ, Chris!
Where'd it go? Is that where we started?
I have no idea!
I'm so lost in this. I am so fucking lost now. Okay, hang on. We're just going to go from here. Let's just go from here. I'm a WGA member and wish to be anonymous. You want? I guess I can read it. My email isn't real. I don't want to accidentally give up an IP address and end up on a modern blacklist. Look, there was Chris out in Alan Ing the Merciless. I have a few stories that illustrate the hostility to non-diverse writers that may be of interest. Writers hired on comic book shows are told it's positive, that they are unfamiliar with the original comic book and not a fan of existing IP because they want to do a modern take on the material relevant to today. Writers are asked, why this story today? How is it relevant politically today to the existing narrative they're pushing on our culture? Why are you the person to tell it? Because I have a talent and wrote it. It's not a valid answer. What is a valid answer is because I am a member of this aggrieved group or class, and only we can tell our story. What we want to get to here, guys, hang on. I'm going to stop sharing. This is, I am going to try to find the new one that came up. Chris, you out there? Send us a link.
He has, but I click it and it just pops up the same thing again.
I am so confused. I am utterly confused. Hang on.
I'm talking with him now in DMs.
You are? Oh, he sent me a link. He sent me a link yesterday. No, that's not it. That's not it.
This is the link. This is the link he's just sent me. I'll put into the private. That's
okay, I got it. I got it.
But I just get that. That's what I get, and I can't get it off.
I got it. This is we're professionals here, folks.
That's what she said.
Yo.
This is part 2.
No.
All right.
You get rid of the other on the right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What industry out? Did you read this part?
More wound up than a fucking Suicide Squad.
Did you read this part? What industry outsiders may not understand is that Hollywood is a freelance business where work is scarce, and the current day, one must constantly demonstrate allegiances to specific ideals or face the prospect of never working. The fear is palpable. And the domination of force we got there about these emails sent so it was after contact us. Okay.
Yeah. After that.
Then you hit continue.
Yeah.
Man, that was arduous.
Huzzahs.
Huzzah.
But I get a cookie pop up that won't go from my screen.
Okay, this was whatever. All right. Let me get some more stuff off my screen, please. I have stuff read to me because I'm retarded. I have a few stories to illustrate the hostilities to non-diverse writer that may be of interest. One, writers hired on comic book shows are told it's a positive, that they are unfamiliar with the original comic book and not a fan of the existing IP because they want to do a, quote, modern take on the material relevant to today. How many times has that worked, by the way, guys?
Relevant? No, it's relevant to their own ideology.
And how many times has it worked?
Pretty. I mean, I'd say The Boys is successful. other than the outside of The Boys, I'm really struggling to.
I think The Boys has a specific audience, though. I think it's confirmation bias now, especially when
What a
Reacher
fucking
like gets
boring
better
IP.
numbers than The Boys.
Oh yeah. Reach was
I've
number
seen
one.
people say already that the Boys is responsible for like, kill the Justice League, like that game. Like people feel
I
like
can see that.
Absolutely, yeah,
I
yeah.
can see that. Yeah,
And The Boys is nothing like the comic book anymore. By the way, it is completely gone
It
off
hasn't
the
been-
reservation.
hasn't been
Since
for a long
season. One.
2. Well, yeah, 1 and yeah, because season 1. I mean, they changed a lot. A-Train. They changed the locations of where things happened. They changed a lot. They didn't have Butcher railing the woman right at the start.
the woman who they can't kill because she's are you talking about Maeve from fucking
No. The
No, they can't kill women. They can't
Elizabeth
kill
Shue.
women or show violence to women. There's tons of it in the fucking comic book, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So you have people alive
Because
who
that's not
shouldn't
how
be
that works.
alive. Yeah.
If you kill a female character or a gay character, that means that people won't like them or something. I have no idea how this works. The
They're
disservice
villains.
aspect.
They're not monsters, Mauler.
Well, and they changed Black Noir completely.
Yes.
Well, he's coming back apparently, and so people are now theorizing that we're going to get the real Black Noir, like that, because I'm assuming you guys know they kill him in the
Yes,
third
they do.
season,
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
So now they're like,
kills him,
people are
yeah.
speculating that we saw the fake one die, or that we saw one of the clones die. There's all the speculation. I almost feel like I don't want to spoil anything, but at the same time, I fucking hate The Boys at this point. Just in case, there's a few of The Boys fans in chat.
And they're finally bringing in the Tech Knight.
Finally, yeah.
Well-
I think he was referenced in season 2 or 3, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be like Trump people bad for a whole fucking series. And Starlight will look like a 40-year-old corpse because she sucked all the fat out of her face.
Oh yeah, if you've seen, she's like said like she hasn't had anything done. It's like,
Okay, your nose just naturally got smaller and thinner. Sure. I mean, maybe she's doing a lot of coke.
I was
don't
saying
know.
this on the EFAP when I found this out. I was just like it sucks, I guess, that it's not going to be fun to hear everybody saying that you've ruined your face. But I mean,
Don't ruin your face.
what else?
I mean,
can-
you listen to a bunch of people in Hollywood, and it's like they're all starting to look like that. And quite frankly, you look like aging fucking porn stars. That's what you start looking like.
She looks like and it's in the Halle Berry Catwoman, right? If you hit her face with a hammer, it would crack and shatter into loads of pieces.
Uh-huh.
You're like, oh, what? It's like, whoops.
Dudes are doing it too. So
Yeah.
writers are asked, A, why this story today? How is it relevant politically today to the existing narrative they're pushing on our culture? And B, why are you the person to tell it? Because I have the talent and I wrote it is not a valid answer. What is a valid answer is because I've become a member of an aggrieved group, blah, blah, blah. This leads to the heads we win, tails you lose game, where if you don't include diverse characters, you're dinged for having an all-white, non-diverse cast, regardless of the time or place of the story or historical accuracy. And if you do have a diverse case, race/gender, then you are guilty of cultural appropriation. This means that unless you are, for example, African American, you are not allowed to tell a story about an African American character, or disabled, or LGBTQ plus, or unless you are the specific subgroup, you can't write it.
However, if you are not a white person,
Right
you
away.
are quite happy to write white characters.
There is a bias towards the
Everyone can
twofer,
write
and
those.
there's this is the
Fucking
crazy part.
honkies.
This is the fucking crazy part. There's a bias towards the 2-fer and the 3-fer hire. You're like, what the fuck is that? Being gay, for example, isn't enough. Now you have to be gay, African American, Latinx, undocumented, unhoused, differently abled. Then on the DEI scorecard, you have a 2 times or 3 times positive score, meaning checked boxes.
Well, this
Or
is
the higher.
this is a bit weird, right? Because 99% of Hollywood's
putting
just
it lightly.
fucking retarded anyway. So surely that's got to be 1 from the get-go.
Yes. To give you an idea how competitive things are for Only Murders in the Building, Steve Martin Short thing, there was word a staff position was available. This is the lowest rung writing position. They received 450 scripts as a writing examples for this one job. A manager told me that these jobs would typically go to the BIPOC writer, but the show decided not to hire anyone or go in another direction. So out of 450 scripts, they got nothing.
We know a white gentleman. I won't say their name. We know a white gentleman that's been pitching some stuff to Hollywood. I've been told, can you have somebody of a different color pitch it to us? Because we're not interested in white males.
Yep. I've heard that directly from
they'll listen to his pitch,
separate people who work in Hollywood.
But they'll listen to his pitch, but they need a in their eyes, diverse.
Well, they'll listen to his pitch and they'll say, yeah, but you can't go with any of the writers you've gone with and that have helped make you successful. We have to pick a diverse team that is generally inexperienced. And they go into in this article, what happens is that head writer has to end up writing the whole fucking show because people either don't get their scripts in at all or don't get them in on time, bitching about things like life-work balance, and this is their first job, complaining that they've been writing in Hollywood for 2 whole years and they're not a showrunner yet.
Pathetic.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. But this is why Netflix has had to bring in more foreign shows. Because the stuff that they're putting out is not getting the viewership that they want. The Witch is in the fucking toilet.
The chat asks, is this legal?
No.
But they can get away with it.
Yeah. No, it's not legal. Yes, they can get away with it. Because the whole system is skewed in one direction right now.
Anyone can technically get away with discrimination as long as you hide it,
Hide it, word it differently. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh boy. Folks are on eggshells for fear of offending DEI standards, which are forever shifting. Now, I'm going to use their term, toxic work environment. There's nothing worse than working at a place. There's nothing worse than being around people you got to walk on eggshells, right? You got to worry about like hurting their little fifis. You can't be yourself, especially in a creative industry where you need to be expressive. You need to be yourself. Let's not forget Walter Mosley. In the Star Trek writers' room. So they got Walter Mosley, a black Jewish man. He's in the Star Trek writers' room with a bunch of Gen Z millennial fucking retards. And he's telling an anecdotal story about being pulled over by a cop. And he dropped the N-word. It's an anecdotal story. They complained to HR and he was fired. So they got one like legit writer in the room.
We say behind the scenes.
I should have seen me wishing you a happy birthday.
Yeah. Should have seen our birthday messages too. Yeah.
Now I'm in favor of diversity in general, especially for stories where it makes sense. There was a notable show about the deaf community that amazingly didn't have a single deaf writer on the writing staff. By the way, that was Echo.
God, that show. Wow. It really did get released. They really did put that out.
Instead, they relied on consultants that likely reduced the authenticity, and they lost out on many unique deaf stories. This was a show by the recent. This was shown by the recent excellent film Coda, which, by the way, won Best Picture, and I doubt anybody remembers or anybody heard about it. We want original, authentic, and diverse stories, but they can't just check boxes. They must tell a story about a protagonist who overcomes obstacles, pursues goals, internal and external, and has an arc of growth. Now, there many years ago, from the Roddenberry Foundation, they were pushing basically a think tank that was a precursor to all this DEI. And they gave a list of what stories you could tell and what stories you couldn't tell. And of the stories you couldn't tell is anybody with a disability overcoming that disability. Shit you not. That's part. So there are I could dig it up someday. Lady Grandmaster found it for me like 3 years ago. But there's not just checking boxes on like your identity. There's checking boxes on what kind of story you can tell.
Oh, how about an interesting one? Why can't it?
That's not a box.
Why don't you put interesting in the box?
Is white supremacy.
Okay.
Having people who aren't fans of the IP, Star Wars, comics, etc., result in a product that has no respect for the existing fans. No.
Correct.
Then when fans complain, they are insulted as toxic.
Correct.
That's the nicest term they've used. What company would make a product that insults its consumers? I use the word customers. I hate the word consumers.
Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. What's also not being discussed is the anti-Semitism behind much of the push of the diversity. Jews are classified as whites and thus not minority, despite being 2% of the population. Historically, victims of mistreatment and genocide. Well, we're seeing that play out with the conflict across the pond. We're seeing that play out. There we go. The mantra is male and pale is stale. Out with the old order, in with the new. Now, remember, this is a WGA writer writing in anonymously. The only way they can speak freely. Anything questioning this new orthodoxy will, of course, be denounced as not promoting a diverse workspace or, worst, racist. The system encourages cry bullies, those who complain of oppression as a means of moving up the ladder, opportunists. Push out someone higher up on the chain and move up. When John Lasseter was forced out for allegedly requesting hugging, yes, hugging, it was asked, can we get a woman to run this place now? This creates an incentive system for complaining about slights, perceived slights, or microaggressions. And once these are documented by HR, some corrective action must be taken. Training, reprimand. And this person who complained now can't be fired, or it will be retaliatory. Writers' rooms have historically been a freewheeling place for spitball ideas and jokes. Now folks are on eggshells for fear of offending DEI standards, which are forever shifting.
Remember the ginger and the exceedingly dark black man in the Witcher prequel were cousins. How does that work? Okay. By the way, that was a very successful show.
The Witcher. Wow.
Forgot it came out.
The Witcher. Yeah, it made such an impression. I had to add it on our top 5 list because nobody brought it up. I'm like, because nobody brought it up, it has to be brought up now because we completely forgot how fucking bad that was.
Because nobody cares.
Oh my God.
It is the literal embodiment of apathy.
It's all right, Chris. I figured it out. Love you, man.
We love Chris. We love Alan.
We love Chris Gore. Frank Gore. Frank the Tank Gore.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
I'm just running naked down the street.
Let's go streaking.
My boy Blue.
I love that movie.
Great movie.
Got the cinder blocks tied to their balls, and the one guy falls over because the rope was too short.
What?
You ever seen Old School?
Old School is great.
Oh, I think I have actually, but I don't remember that.
Yeah. So part of the hazing is they have a cinder block tied to a rope, and they have to trust that the rope is long enough, so they throw the cinder block over and it lands on the ground and it doesn't like rip their balls off. And of course, the one guy, his rope was too short. He gets pulled over. Oh, so good. I love that movie. I do.
Good film.
Todd Phillips directed that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Joker Todd Phillips.
Just so it be to protect against protesters, the Louvre has equipped the Mona Lisa with laser eyes.
Yeah, boy.
Well, I mean, the last idiots who threw stuff at it, it's already protected by glass. So you're just throwing the paint on the glass.
Rob My Burnett advocated that even if they throw shit on glass protected stuff, they should get an instant year in jail.
Yes.
I think they should. And you know,
and the hands cut off.
France is actually crazy enough to do that. I mean, that like you can't predict France, right?
Ship them to Saudi Arabia and tell the government that they're thieves and let them deal with how they deal with.
Tell them to
thieves
go
in
to
Saudi
Mecca.
Arabia.
Tell them to go to Mecca and do the same thing on the black stone on the corner of that one building. Yeah, tell them
with
see
your
what
pride
happens.
flags on, and you're fucking all that.
See what happens.
Shit. Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah, you'll be flying Saudi Airlines.
I just need to know the people who are doing these protests. Like, do they think this would ever help their cause, whatever the cause is?
No, they're narcissists. It's narcissism.
And I was just there. I was just there a few months ago. And
you were? Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
I was, and it was completely protected by glass. And there's no way they can damage it now. I'm thankful they went for that one and not the better pieces of art that are in there. To be honest with you, that are massive.
A lot of this climate activist stuff. It is all self-serving narcissism.
That's all it is. Yeah, it's.
You know, 99 the goals they have. It's the most stupidest fucking way to like any goal they have. It's going to completely reverse it.
Yeah, well, stopping traffic, man, that's going to really endear you to the people.
If you actually actively tried and succeeded to destroy something like the Mona Lisa, if your goal was like, let's protect goodness, people are gonna be like, you know, goodness, I'm starting to fucking hate it after what they did. Like it'll just drive people away from whatever the hell you're going for.
Well, the irony is, of course, how much cleaning products have to be used to clean that mess up.
Their cause is largely these are trust fund kids, university kids, or rich woke white women who have fucking empty lives, who are in search of meaning. That's their cause.
Mm-hmm. And when they go to their next dinner party, they just want their friends to tell them how brave and stunning they were.
Why do you think adult pretenders, particularly adult pretenders, how many of the, especially, I was just looking at Eliza Dushku's Twitter, and she has the actor activist thing. Why do you think so many of them are actors, especially ones that have passed their prime and aren't getting gigs anymore? Because they need some meaning. They have empty lives. They put everything in. They sold their fucking soul to work in Hollywood, and they've got nothing else. They've got nothing else. If they had kids, the nanny raised their kids. They're probably divorced 3 fucking times. They got no meaning in their life at all. So they become activists. Look at Alyssa Milano. What a dumb fuck.
Oh, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic in any way, but I genuinely believe she's retarded.
Yeah, she's got a room temperature IQ, and we're talking Celsius.
Oh yeah.
Still generous.
I think we could be looking at single figures actually.
Single figures.
When did she put that crochet mask on? I actually nearly I thought this is either the funniest comedian on planet Earth or she's actually retarded. I'm going with the latter.
Dude, my dude, she is. They're lost.
If it comes out that she was trolling all along, I would be like, Alyssa, you are amazing.
I went to I'm in the Buffy, doing the Buffy thing, and I'm just curious to where these people are. So I go to Liza Dushku's Twitter, and her banner is like surrounded by a bunch of black people, and she's laughing with her little fluffy hat on, doing, oh my God, look at me being happy with black people. I'm so progressive. It's like,
tell me how petrified you are of black people without telling me how petrified you are of black people.
Oh,
Was she sat on a white couch and they're all stood behind her?
no. Oh,
Hey!
yeah. All the hot girls from the 90s, you know. When's that? You know, hey, Sarah Michelle Gellar's show got canceled.
Which one was it?
It was the one with the werewolves. It was on Paramount Plus. Can't remember. My wife saw it, said it wasn't good. Meanwhile, David Boreanaz is probably going to get his 4th hit series in a row.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
on
in
like
the
a-
Navy SEALs or Navy something
Yeah,
or
the
other.
SEAL Team 6 is
Yeah.
about to end, and he'll probably just go off to another show that'll
Yeah.
run 7 or 8 seasons.
Yeah, he's had some doozies, hasn't he?
Yeah, dude.
He's like the most successful sort of under the radar dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from
Isn't
Buffy, for sure.
Never quite made it to A-list, but
Yeah.
scrapped underneath there, you know.
No, but Bones alone, like he's rich for the rest of his life off that, and so are his kids, and so are his grandkids.
Yeah, because that's been syndicated all over the place.
Yep.
So even residuals, which no doubt he would have negotiated his contract because he's probably not retarded. He'll be getting plenty of those from that.
My wife has seen every second of every show he's in, and my favorite part about Bones is I'd get home and I'd cook myself some dinner, and then she'd get home because she always worked late, and she'd turn on Bones, and there's some like fucking fucked up melted body and acid that they're going through, and I'm like sitting there eating.
Yeah, I remember there was an episode of that where they found like a skeleton in a chocolate bar.
In a chocolate, yeah, yeah, dude.
It was a big chocolate bar.
I've never seen Bones.
Oh,
well, I
Bones
watched
is good.
it specifically because David Boreanaz moved on to it. I was like, all right, I'll follow you over there. What's this? And you know, Bones is fun.
It's a good procedural show. Yeah,
I like procedurals. I don't think there's anything wrong with. I wish they would bring back procedurals. To be honest,
they still exist. You got all the CSI whatever shows, right?
But do Bones and House on at the same time? That was fucking House was awesome.
Didn't they have a CSI where some fucking woman was raped by an 18-year-old black guy, and they were like, "Well, he's black and young."
Well, I don't watch any of them.
It was kind of your fault, really, because you're white. So you're sort of
Jay Longbones put that out on Twitter yesterday. I was like, oh my god, that's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood. That is
Hollywood, baby.
That was SVU. I don't know. They're all the same. Castle was great. I love Castle.
Castle was good.
They did the whole the relationship.
Bones.
House, yeah.
House was the shit. That was.
Remember Scrubs?
Really
Scrubs was the fucking.
Scrubs was fantastic.
Brilliant. So fucking good. So fucking good.
Early days of Always Sunny. God. There's some good stuff out there.
They were. I mean, some of them are still decent every
They're
now and
still
again.
decent, but man, those first few seasons are fucking bangers.
Dude, they're dropping hard R's in the first episode.
Yeah, dude.
The black facing in the others.
Yep,
it was great. I watched the recent one where Glenn Howerton wanted to take a mental health day, and it's so fucking funny. It's just he's trying to get a boba and he just wants a coffee, and it's trying to do this boba thing. It's like I don't want the sugary balls of diabetes inside of it. He's like, how much is that? And she's like, I don't know, let's say $8. He gets his wallet out, and she's like, no, you've got to get the app on the phone to pay us. He's like, but I'm here and you're here. I just want to give you my money. But you gotta get the app on the phone to
Dude,
like, I've
watching Deadpool yesterday, I'm like, there's no fucking way Disney can make this. No way. What?
No.
What year was Deadpool? One.
I want to say 2015-ish.
2016.
Ooh, close.
So when Vanessa and Deadpool meet in the bar for the first time and they're trying to out abuse each other and they're all molested. I was molested by my uncle. by my uncles. They took turns.
Yeah.
I'm like, Disney could never make this.
No. No. Beautiful.
Oh,
Are we gonna do some soups?
yeah.
Oh, we're
Let's do
skipping the Buffy debate, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
because it
you
will not. It will,
baguettes can do-
dude.
yeah.
I'm on a time limit today, and it will go longer than 10 minutes. You're wrong. I'm
'cause-
right.
yeah.
Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I gave
No,
you the opportunity
I
at the
look
beginning
forward
of
to
the
debate
show.
because I thought you'd hate this, so I'm a little surprised because I think the writing after I watched it doesn't ruin the season for me, and Spike is great in that episode. But I'll just sum it up by they really had to force a bunch of people out of characters to kind of get to Buffy and a Spike to a certain place, and they could have done it better.
I would
I
happily
understand
go
why they
through
did it.
Each
I'm
character
saying
one by
they
one.
fumbled it. No,
You could do that on a show talking about Buffy.
We
Yep.
literally, I said at the beginning it would be a year from now with the strategy
That's-
we'd do about how it's
we'll
going
do
to
it on my
dude,
channel next week.
We recorded
We'll
some
do it on my
videos
channel next week.
over a year
Also,
ago.
why are you pretending like you didn't
Yeah.
offer it at the beginning and I asked to put it at the end for
Because I
your
said,
sake?
let's go. I said, let's do it. And then you went, we'll do it.
No, I said out of respect
okay.
for you to do it later.
I tell you what, what I got from that article, completely changing the subject, was if it's black and gay, nobody will pay. That's what I got.
If it's black and
Fine.
female, everyone will bail.
Super chats it is, and Gary's host next week, and we'll do it right at the fucking beginning, huh? How
We'll
about
do
that?
it while
There you
people
go.
are
Do it
coming in. Yeah,
live.
yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
it live as people are coming in. That'll work. That will work.
Mikey
By the way,
Gus,
I have to drive home from Orlando in one day to do that show, which I
Well,
can do.
if you're stuck and you
I
need
won't
me to
be-
do it
well,
again,
Unless there's tornadoes or something
then
like
you'll
that.
have to
but
do
yeah.
3 episodes in a row instead after that. Okay.
No, but no. I want to drive in one day tomorrow, but Melissa's like,
That's great. I want to finish the show in 53 minutes.
let's go.
Okay.
I want to keep interrupting you while you do super chats like you do me.
Striker X24 with a $2 says, Mackie is mad at director for not having a script. Welcome to Marvel and have a nice day.
Mm,
Mikey Gusler with a I don't know why, but it's switched.
what's up, Mikey?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll do it this way. Yeah, they're here, but they're all out of order on Streamlabs for some reason. Mikey Gustle at $5 says, what's a movie that you've seen the most in theaters? Mine is Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End. I saw it 4 to 5 times. I saw Dead Reckoning 3 times at the cinema.
Oh, I've got the easiest answer. I lost count after 10 Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh. Well, as a kid, so I
Probably like 20.
I saw that once at the cinema. Then we bought
Empire
it
Strikes Back, close second.
Decent.
That was about 15
at the theater. Though this is actually
at
going to
the theater
Yeah.
during its initial run.
I
Raiders
saw
of the
Dead
Lost
Reckoning
Ark.
3 times.
Raiders of the Lost Ark was in the theater for a year.
Seen a lot of things twice at the cinema.
I genuinely can't think of what I would have seen the most in the cinema. I know what movies I've seen the most, but specifically in the cinema, I just can't remember.
Specifically in the cinema.
How
Well,
old
no,
is Az?
I got to take that
Never
back.
ask a lady her age.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
Because I was in the so I
You're
did
a
that
sweet
every weekend for
transvestite.
like 2 years. So
okay. Good question, Mikey.
Oh.
Mikey Gustler again with a $10. Every time I tell someone that Tarzan turns 25 years old this year, they all say the Brendan Fraser one, and I always have to correct them and say, no, that's George of the Jungle.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser one.
which Tarzan? Oh, the animated Tarzan movie?
Yeah. The recent live action one they did, I quite enjoyed.
Oh, the one with Skarsgård?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was-
Melissa enjoyed that too. I don't know why. I think it was the acting.
I can't wait until they race change Tarzan.
I can't either. I
That's
like
gonna be
Legend
very
of
interesting.
Greystoke with Christopher Lambert.
Christopher Lambert.
That's a fucking good one.
That is a good one. The one where Bo Derek gets the tits out.
Yeah. Tarzan, the Ape Man.
Oh, is that
That's what it was called.
okay? Oh, Derek. Wow. Those were the days.
10.
She was a 10. Mikey Gustler with a $5 says, I don't know if you know, but my local theater has all the showings of Madam Web sold out for an entire week. I sent Gary the pics on Insta for proof.
Yeah. That's really weird because I checked Burbank yesterday. I'm sure it's changed now, but I checked Burbank. First show for Madam Web. By the way, Burbank, California, it sells any fucking shitty movie will sell out there. It's the home field advantage for Hollywood. Not a single ticket had sold. I went into my theater and it must have been a glitch. It automatically checked an entire row for me and it kept doing it. Like I didn't put in any tickets. So I went to the Regal site, by the way. So I didn't put in any tickets. And when I clicked over, it had automatically clicked an entire row for me. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I didn't fill the field. They have a ticket for a family of 4. So you buy one ticket, you get a family of 4. They had auto-filled that for me.
Maybe it's
Weird.
buy one, get 25 free.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at these packed theaters.
I think it was a glitch. But yeah, that movie's that's weird, but I don't know where you live. We don't want to.
Marksman at 117B with a $5 says Godzilla minus color was amazing. Mauler, am I the only one who noticed German writing on the plane seat? Made in Germany, not Japan.
Yeah,
so ejector seat. Yes.
I watched it with Mel
that.
in the theater, and he noticed that pretty quickly as well.
They said that in the film, though.
Yeah, they were allies.
They said that our planes didn't have ejector seats, alluding, of course, that the other ally planes or German planes did have ejector seats. So it made sense for them to have a German ejector seat, a non-allied, ejector seat. So yeah. It was a prototype. Remember, that was a prototype plane.
Axis. Sorry, they were Axis. They were Allied Axis.
Josh L gifting a membership to the stream. Josh, thank you so much. Cobus Jobert with a membership for a month. As a working man, thanks for keeping to schedule. It makes life so much easier. Keep up the grind at the gym. And remember, Dave Filoni sucks at his job. Yes. Awful.
Plenty more
awful.
for him to come.
Oh, yeah. Or is there?
I imagine there's loads, honestly.
Did you see this? I got to show this. This is really good.
Sure.
It's a Peeping Tom cover.
Oh.
I just got to make sure. Hang on. Okay. Boop, boop. Check this out.
Wow. That is fucking amazing. Oh, whoa.
Peeping Tom.
Who did that? Oh, yeah. Wow. When did that one drop?
That dropped, I don't know. Recently?
I did not get that on my time. I mean, I did not get, I get so many messages.
Well, he added you right there. So
I'll have to go to mentions maybe. Yeah. When was it? When did it say? Oh, bring it back out quick. That's right.
Here, I'll send you.
Just tell me when the tweet came in.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm sending you the link. And the tweet came in 18 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So it's got to be. Maybe it's under show more. That show more is just a pain in the ass. So many things get hid in show more.
Production is underway on Star Trek Section 31. The super secret organization with bases and badges.
The show nobody wanted or cares about is going ahead.
Well, it's going ahead because they promised her a series and then they waited too long. And then she won an Academy Award and they needed to produce something because they're about to go under. So
that it's not showing. I don't know why. I am not seeing it at all. I'm going to go to I don't know why I'm not seeing it, but I'm totally going to retweet that and
I'll remind you.
Stick it in my bookmarks as well, next to all those busty Asian ladies.
There you go.
Piston with a €6 says Hollywood has been burning for so long it gives Mustafa a run for its money. Only they can't blame it on gravitational forces from Jestifad and Lefrani. Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, you were going to say that.
Marvelous DC Girl has been a member for 8 months. Thank you. Fear the Tardo with a $20 says Tardo was sad because forgot to tell Uncle Rai Rai what would be cabinet position if erected resident. Told Uncle Rai Rai that would be secretary. Depends. Because was semen in gravy. Lock it in.
Yay!
Daniel Gray with a $5 says, told a friend to check out the Real BBC and EFAT podcasts. I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm gay now.
Well, to be fair, we think that about everybody.
Yeah. Including ourselves.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys, for your questionable names. What do you mean?
Questionable names. Real BBC is not a gay name.
Yeah, you can have a.
Neither is EFAP. They're both very straight.
Yeah. But not really, though. Jose Taco has been a member for 9 months. Evil will consider good, and good will be called evil. They made Suicide Squad become the good guys to kill our heroes that represent the good as bad. Yeah, it's all on purpose. It's all on purpose. The pissing on Flash, the destroying of your heroes, the execution of Batman.
As Mahler said, is that a good story? What's the context? Are you telling an interesting, different story that will make people think? Are you showing a new side of the Suicide Squad? Is there a reason for this? Or did you just want to have somebody pissing on the Flash?
Literally wanted to have somebody piss on the Flash.
Yeah, as much like, again, rightly so, what the chat brought up earlier, that Morrison, much lesser extent Millar, but Morrison and Ennis and a lot of those people brought in this nihilistic view of superheroes. All of them still threaded in a purpose, like a reason for what they do. There's meaning behind it. That's why the stories resonated. This was a decade ago, by the way. Things have changed. People are tired of it.
Ofanave with a $5 says, what is best in life? To crush your enemies before they hit a limitation to win. To thumbs down your enemies. To see them ratioed before you. And to hear the lamentations of their waifus. I like that. Good. Honky Kong with a $5. Gary.
Yeah.
Thanks for shouting out the Wi-Files, my boys, and I loved it. What do y'all think of Baldur's Gate 3? I couldn't get into it, personally. I tried. I really tried.
I found it absolutely fascinating when I beat the game in a day. It was all right. I've played better games, but it's all good.
Sure. Danish Bacon has been a member for 2 months. I watched a new trailer for the upcoming TV series called Shogun. You should check it out. Looks promising.
The Shogun trailer looks pretty good.
Live, laugh, love. Thank you, Danish Bacon. Fox Pocket with a $5 says, started watching Buffy for the first time in preparation for your streams. This is just PG-13 Power Rangers with some X-Files sprinkled in. I love it.
Kind of, yeah. You can tell where the inspirations come from. They make references to X-Files, to Marvel, to all kinds of different things, of course. Spider-Man is kind of like, they immediately say, like, it's your responsibility to not give up your, your identity, to protect your loved ones and stuff. And it's like,
With great power. Yeah. Peter Gorumbi with a 10 Canadian. Is it fair to compare Harley Quinn to Ahsoka? Characters that have a handful of good appearances, but are made more important than they actually are. I mean, I think that's a relatively fair assessment.
Certainly a thing that connects them.
There's things, I think what we established is there's things that, like, a thing comes out, Watchmen, JJ's first Trek, an appearance of Harley Quinn, that are fine when they first come out in isolation. But what they lead to is very, very bad. Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road. It's absolutely a precursor to what everything Hollywood is doing right now. So there's things that people can like, you can objectively say are good, that lead to very bad things.
Yarp. Darth Sidious with a $5. As a fan of the Batman Arkham games, I refuse to play this slop. Arkham Batman would destroy Harley. He did. He knocked her out with one punch. She had all the henchmen. She came bouncing up towards him, and he just went bang and knocked her the fuck out. Captain Redbeard with a $10. Hail! Have you guys seen the trailer for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? Looks like good fun, and proves if they don't make Henry Cavill James Bond, they just want to watch their money burn. Timothy Chalamet would be the new Bond.
Oh God. I did see Dune in IMAX last Wednesday. It was really good.
It was really good. And that's not actually a stab at Timothy Chalamet, because I think Timothy Chalamet is actually a good actor. It's a stab at them wanting to be
a shitty Bond. Okay,
yeah.
He'd be a terrible Superman, terrible Bond. He's a little wafy. He's a little wafy.
As Chris Gore calls him, Hollywood's twink.
Yes, the new one since Ezra Miller's gone. So,
well, did you know that Ezra Miller is now a he/him?
Of course, of course. Dude, we said that at the time. We're like, all I see this dude is with girls. He's crushing pussy everywhere.
He's only fucked up because he's had to get on his knees so many times for Hollywood.
Yeah, just for his work, but for his personal time, he likes women. So.
He likes maybe a bit too young. Blunt objections with a $10. While some of us may still debate the pros and cons of the binge model, I think we can all agree here that Hollywood has truly perfected the use of the cringe model over the past few years.
Yes.
Undeniable. The Happy Camper with a $5. First time catching the Real BBC live, making the most of a day off and preparing to assemble a what-if 90s, 30s refit model of HMS Hood while tuned in. Wow. You go, girl. Bushin Ryo Cat with a $5 says, as I know it's tempting for content and such, please don't give Rocksteady your money. I'm not gonna. Fake a playthrough and then give your epic review. Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League is just bad. No, I've got no intention of playing it, but I might make a video shitting all over it.
Just collect up all the cutscenes you need, obviously.
Yeah. Just that's all I have to do. The context is there. Everyone's saying it. So, Thunderstorm with a $5. Woke is the fentanyl of Hollywood. Sure, yeah, boy. That's good. I like that. Kim Husby with a 21-month membership says, hi all peeps. Does anyone know if the people who made the Arkham games are still around at Rocksteady? No, they're not.
Probably
Can't believe that those who love Batman so much would treat him so disrespectfully. Thoughts. We as you know, Kim, we went through that in autistic detail. It's all done on purpose. They want to destroy your heroes. They want to destroy everything that you love. They want you to be miserable as they are, as empty as they are. And so that's why we get this treatment and behavior. Carl Hauser with a 5 Canadian says, hail the Real BBC. Mauler, what the hell did I watch? The EFAT with you and Jay Longbone. 3652. That was horrible. Funny, but horrible. That was bad. 199.
Oh, I thought they meant like the recent EFAPs, which have been fucking crazy, but the Jay Longbone episode 3652, I don't think we've gotten that far yet. Maybe one day though. Oh, they talk about the movie 365 Days. That's probably what they're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where Jay Longbone had me and Rags watch a porn film. It was interesting choice. It's quite funny though. I recommend seeing our reactions.
When are you going to watch the 1992 science space film?
Yeah. I'm watching it tonight.
Did that get an Oscar? I hope so.
I hope. Well, I mean, if I can't believe
might be a guy named Oscar in it.
And he's People are definitely going to get 2 hands around him. Jet Spitzer with a membership for 2 months. Games take longer to make than other forms. Suicide Squad was probably written 4 to 5 years ago. Games should be able to adapt, but it's obvious that this did not. This was announced about 3 years ago, was it? That we got our first little announcement at a cutscene. I think it was like 3 years ago at the Game Awards, which means it was probably in development for another year or so. So yeah, your timeline sort of fits there. In the height of, written at the height of, well, Gary, as you know, the downfall of Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
Officer Buck Todd Russell, for the 5 Australian, said, why did they use one of the POC Green Lanterns to kill instead of the straight white Hal Jordan? I don't know. Kind of racist, Rocksteady. To the racist and homophobic. Gotcha. Well, they probably went, we got to put... we got to put the diversity in, and then they paint themselves into a corner because then they have to kill him. So Jon Stewart just probably gets put in for diversity's sake, and they're just like, oh fuck! Well,
he's a straight masculine black man, so that's practically a white guy.
Black men, straight black men are the new white men.
Yes,
remember,
so
that is.
I don't think they had a single problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bushin Ryo Cat with a $10 says 2 questions for Gary, please. 1, knowing the scenes with Batman and Suicide Squad, you think Kevin might have recorded other lines which altered Batman's arc in the game?
2, please lie to me and tell me we can't get a Brightburn sequel.
We can get a Brightburn.
Oh, absolutely. But thankfully James Gunn is going to be busy. Maybe. I think if it had worked if he recorded other lines, I think you should use them because it's Kevin Conroy's last work, but they chose to have him get murdered brutally by a terrible character.
Yes. Scott Christie Jones.
The good news is it's going to flop.
Yes. What a surprise. Scott Christie Jones with a membership for 12 months. Thank you. Decaf High with a membership for 40 months. Thank you. Scott Kerr with a 5 Canadian. Why has not watched Venture Bros yet? Gary, force his hate pass to watch it. I'll do my part, Hank. Not all black people. People have The Shining. Not all black people have The Shining. There's a full stop in there that's fucking shit up.
Yes. Dude, you got to watch the Venture Brothers. You will laugh your ass off.
I will at some point.
Fucking funny.
The moment Mauler watches The Reacher.
Both of you watch Arcane.
Are we doing this Spider-Man thing right now? White Grebitus with a membership for, or Wit Grebitus with a membership for, I gotta be white, 28 months. Thank you. Fing Book with a $3 hide my twat waffle. Aye, they are. Kuhaku has been a member for 2 months. Hell yeah. Kuhaku. Digby Strawbridge. Fucking love that. Love Digby Strawbridge sketches. With a £10 says D-E-I-D-I-E. Please get it correct. D-I-E, die. Will destroy all fun and culture. They are the modern Puritans, always hunting enjoyment to stop. Amen. Amen. And they always have been. It's always been on the left, that shit. But the right do it as the right are doing it plenty themselves, though, actually. This is why I like to call myself politically orphaned.
Homeless?
Yeah. Politically orphaned. Because they're all fucking retarded. Chris Fredericks with a $2 saw Minus Color on Saturday, and it was unbelievable. I do want to see Minus Color. Robert White with a £5 says, apparently the Suicide Squad game is only 7 to 9 hours to beat. Here I am on Yakuza 8, 40 hours in, about 2/3 of the way through. Well, there's no need to spend time on something when you just want to, all you want to do is shit and piss all over Heroes. It's in Output the Kettle On. Blazing Phoenix has been a member for 12 months. Love joining during an Azarant. Hail Silverback. Hail Mauler. Hail Gary Dalf, the White. Keep up the great work. Hail to the Fellowship. Thank you, man. Luis Cuvas with a $20 says, shout out Cuck Reagan. Josh Kelsey with a $20. Thank you, Josh. Again, just giving Jay a big thank you, not just for the $100, but also for 50 memberships again, and giving Enoch Mamon a big thank you for that $100 as well. Josh Kelsey with the $20. Thank you, Josh, you lovely man. Skelly Bro with a $5 says, Mr. Gary, Mr. Az, hypothetically speaking, how much money would I have to pay you to watch Andor? At this point, I am not mad, simply disappointed.
Andor. I'm not gonna watch Andor.
Yeah.
People have super chat me saying, like, can you please convince them? It's like, guys, it's okay for people to just decide they don't want to watch a thing.
No,
it's fine.
I did. I watched the first episode, dude, and I was bored out my tree.
I watched the first 3.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Like, I'm certain you guys would actually love the prison arc. Maybe it's worthwhile just watching that in isolation, like skipping to it. It might be.
Mataus with a €6 says, thank you, Az and panel. Can you come to Ireland and tell the woke mob to fuck off? It's not inclusion, exclusion. We keep saying that. It's projection. Everything is projection, folks. Everything that it says inclusive is exclusive. Everything that it says diverse just means non-white. This is all projection. You're mad at this because it's projection. They're mad that we're not accepting it. All projection, man. Ministry of Wrong Think with the $20. They had the greatest and best-selling DC character of all time, represented by a gay man who fans recognized as the definitive Batman. Amen. Correct. They never capitalized on that and how they normally do because he wasn't divisive. No, Kevin Conroy was a wonderful man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Wonderful fucking man. Nobody gave a shit that Kevin was gay. Nobody gave a crap. He was the greatest Batman that's ever been portrayed on the small screen. Possibly, arguably on any screen.
Oh yeah, he's always, people throw him in for like best Batman of all time.
Yeah.
I did watch Andor. By the way, I'm just responding to the chat. Complains endlessly about bad Star Wars. And it wasn't good Star Wars. For the first 3 episodes, it was not good Star Wars. It was really fucking boring. And it wasn't even Star Wars. None of the shit that comes out is Star Wars. It's Disney Star Wars. And it all sucks.
Sci-fi. It's generic dystopian.
But I will chronicle its demise. Happy to do that.
Oh yeah, somebody's got to make
some money.
It
was really fucking good, but
if you're not catching me in 3 fucking episodes, like with anything intriguing, I'm whatever.
I get that.
Well, I mean, I have to convince people to watch Buffy, even though they have to get through the whole 1st season. So
I'm okay with the first season of Buffy.
I like first season of Buffy.
I'm very okay with the first season of Buffy.
It is
Buffy.
hampy and clunky, and
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Soundtrack as well is like it needs work. So I don't mind anybody. Well, what I'm suggesting is if someone said to you, "I watched 6 episodes of Buffy and it was fucking shit," I'm not gonna wait around for the good episodes, sort of thing. I assume you wouldn't hold anything against them for that.
No, I mean, you hear a lot of people say the first 2 seasons of TNG are really rough. There's actually some really good episodes in the first 2 seasons. There's some misses for sure. But, once they hit season 3 and really got their stride and understood what they were trying to do.
Well, I love season 3. So,
yeah, season 3 is outstanding. One of possibly the greatest season of TV ever made.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the record, I think Andor is better than Buffy season 1, like by a long shot. It's not even close. Like the problem here, of course, is that I've seen it all. So what I want to reference is stuff that you guys haven't seen. So because I don't disagree that it starts slow. It'd be pretty difficult to disagree with that.
I don't mind a slow burner if I'm interested in what's going on, or I'm intrigued about the threads. I just had no threads. I found it slow and boring. The boring bit is the worst bit. Slow's fine. Slow burners I'm okay with. It's just when they feel like they're not doing anything for me that it goes all wrong.
I mean, it was because we obviously took coverage of it, so I had to watch it again to make sure I could catch everything I wanted to talk about. And like the first 3 episodes were a lot better on a second watch because I understood what the point of a lot of the things they were doing was, instead of feeling like it wasn't going anywhere.
Faraway Finlay with a £5 says shooting Kevin Conroy's Batman in the face, executing Kevin Conroy's Batman in the face is like watching my father get executed. I never knew my father. I had Batman. Screw modern entertainment. It's done on purpose. That's what they want to do. They want to destroy you. They want to destroy your heroes. They want to destroy all those wonderful memories that you have on them so that you fall into the arms of their fucking SJW, fucking woke, dog shit, ideological, intersectional, fucking feminazi shit. My name, Jem, with a $5 says Batman's death is an outrage because for many, like myself, the Arkham games are a continuation / companion piece to the animated series. Conroy is Batman. Fuck Rocksteady.
Good Batman.
Very good. Just the best. Faraway Finley's been a member for 21 months as well. Thank you. Calioth with a $10 says Kathleen Kennedy is a white woman in an industry that has destroyed being white and a woman. How is it so hard to get rid of her unless the replacement is worse? Escape from LA is now live. Hail. It's perception. It's not white females that they want to get rid of. It's white, straight white males that they want to get rid of. And the majority of the time, it's females, white females that are doing this. Micro Omega has been a member for 30 months. Thank you. My man 284 with a 14 Canadian. The worst part about it is that Arkham Knight, we learned that Batman's greatest fear was Batman turning into the Joker. And this is how he dies in the next video game. I don't see this as I just refuse to see this at all. So fuck him. Excuse me. Dearest with a $5. Harley Quinn is everything feminists claim to hate in female characters from the 90s to the 2000s. In reality, they idolize her for it. Feminism was allegedly about equality. It's not about equality at all. Like Gary says, it's about revenge.
Yeah.
Dave the Brave with a $10. Hi, gang. Modern movie soundtracks suck. Just insert random 80s, 90s hit. Would love a top 10 list by Gary Moore, Drinker, and Az. My favorites are The Last of the Mohicans, T2, Lord of the Rings, IJ, and 82 Conan. Oh, God, that Conan score is so good. Fuck now.
Maybe right after our top 5 Doctor Who episodes.
Coming later this year. On the 1 year
right
anniversary.
On time.
As it should be.
Yeah, it's different for different people. Like when it comes to, I want to go back to Endor real quick. If you liked it, that's fine. If it's set up, if it gave you something that you feel like you were missing from Star Wars, that's fine. I just don't care. Disney Star Wars is so far removed from the Star Wars I fell in love with, in 1977, right? It is nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it. They can't even do a reasonable copy. They are so disconnected from George Lucas's original villain. Dave Filoni came years and years and years after, and he was not hanging around with George in his prime. Okay, this was way past his prime. George, who gave up directing for 2 decades, and was a technical genius, started a lot of companies, but not a creative one. Even back in the day when he was creating Star Wars, he was known as the idea man. Couldn't really write the book. Alan Dean Foster had to write the book. Couldn't really write the scripts. Have you read the Star Wars? I have. So, but he's a great idea man. He was a creative genius. Had some good people around him. But what we're seeing from Star Wars now is not even a good imitation.
I don't know if it means anything to you, but I think it's better than the prequels.
Got Andor?
Yeah.
Is it better than the original trilogy?
No, but that's
there you go. Set a bar pretty high.
Maybe I'm not even a good person to ask for that because,
I think if Andor came out like right after Rogue One, like right after Rogue One, it would have probably been more successful.
What about before Rogue One?
Well,
considering
maybe,
he's
considering it's a prequel.
Yeah.
It's a prequel to a
Yeah.
sequel of a prequel.
Yeah. Queeful.
Yeah.
It's not. That's what I mean. Andor wasn't touched by KK or John Favreau or Dave Filoni. It was Gilroy and his team, and they're the ones that did.
And I could give a shit about the main character.
Yeah, apathy set in, Morley.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying like I've said on every stream. I'm fine with you guys not wanting to pursue it. I don't want to push it further. But if people in chat and super chats keep doing it, I just have to keep like restating. Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
They don't want to watch it. It's fine.
Oh wait, look, hey.
I'd rather watch Arcane.
I
much
take the
rather
piss
watch
out of
Arcane.
you for Last of Us. You take the piss out of me and Gary for Snyder Cut.
I have no issue with this.
None of us have got any issues with what we like and dislike. It's all fun.
But if
and
you
What
like
I'm
it,
it's just like stop pestering them, please. Like because
I understand. Chat, we understand. Of course we understand. Of course we understand.
So here's the thing. It's not pestering. It's not.
No, it's not pestering.
Because a lot of people don't watch, believe it or not, every second of our live streams.
Oh.
I know, shocking. Every one of our videos, shocking. So it's not. It's the chat. It's the internet. It's cool. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, there's an annoying feedback loop because you'll say why you don't want to watch it, and then everyone's like, "Well, defend Andor," and I'm sitting there like, ugh.
He has defended Andor with a pretty good defense. It just didn't convince me to watch it. Okay. But you can go watch it. At best, it's a good series that takes place in a world I hate. I absolutely hate.
Yeah. I don't care about it.
A lot of people felt that way about Picard season 3. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough.
Yeah, Gary and I were both, you should check it out. You should watch it. A lot of people just like, fuck that show. And I 100% understand where they're coming from. 100%. We can lead a horse to water, but we're not going to force your head into it to drink.
No, if you're done, you're done. That's cool.
Yeah. There is stuff that I'm done on that people want me to watch, as we've seen. And there's stuff where I think you should give it a benefit or give it a try. And other people are. That's just the nature of, that's fans. That's fandom.
Fans.
Andrew Matthews with a membership for 9 months says, I for one are glad for Sweet Baby Inc. I know what games to avoid. Yeah.
There you go.
Anything they're involved in that's got their stink on it, just don't touch. It's going to be fucking black-faced dog shit, most likely. It's going to be modern day inclusion and diversity hustle. They are grifters. They are race hustlers. They are cashing in on this ideology because they are immoral, vile people. You're dealing with immoral, vile people. So it's all fun and games.
Dave Pepsi's on to something here. Let me read this. For 5 Canadian pesos. I'm trying to get an interview as a lead writer at Sweet Baby Inc. since it's in my city. And I think you should. And you should pull an American Fiction. Go in there and just lean into parody with the identity politics, and you'll probably get a job. What was the Lotus Eaters covered this. What was the guy who made a bunch of fake papers that got approved at universities, and they were all like cockamamie bullshit because he leaned right into all the ridiculousness, and he got these things like approved. Like, do it like that. That
Crazy.
would be fucking great.
Yeah, do it. It
was James Lindsay.
Hide a camera. Hide a camera. Get a hidden camera.
James Lindsay, pull that. Go into these places and just freaking write the most ridiculous identity politics stuff. You'll probably get a job.
Yeah. Say that you're a gay Inuit or something. Crazy Coney with a €6 says, check the trailer for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, a new Guy Ritchie movie with Cavill and Richardson. Oh, he's in it as well. What are your thoughts? Awesome.
Yeah, Alan Richardson's in it. It looks pretty good. Looks fun.
I'm going to check out the trailer later. I'll check out the trailer later. Might do a video on it tomorrow. Might do a video on the trailer tomorrow.
Video? What?
Hey, let's end the month on a high. Let's end the month with my second video of the month, maybe. How many videos have we done this month? My third video of the month. Chris1306 with 35 Zargons. Hey guys, on a brighter note, I've recently discovered Mr. In Between and highly recommend you guys give it a go. Goodbye, Mr. Ray. Oh no, that's a different song altogether. Mike S. Hangout with a $5 says, hail to the real BBC. Thank you for keeping me entertained while I am in the hospital right now. Hope to feel better soon. Hey, Mike, all the love in the world, man. Hope you're feeling better soon. Yeah, slap some nurses' asses. And then you just blame it on the illness. I was trying to grab the doof. Anyway, Graph Webb. Oh my God, he's advocating sexual violence to women. With a $2 says, cancel Disney Plus for fuck's sake. I have. I have. I appreciate you shouting at me though. MJ UK 84 with a membership for 18 months. Contemporary Superman would be about my truth, social justice, and the American gay. Yes. Rude Dude Reviews with a $5. Dear DC, I will only buy back issues from now on. Such disrespect. That's what I've been doing. That's all I've been doing
for years.
Yeah. When we gave up on the modern stuff, that's all we've been doing.
Yep, 98% of my comic budget goes to back issues.
I would say higher than me. Higher for me.
Yeah, there's only a couple of like new stuff, like outside of. I get a couple indies. I get a couple. I get some Mark Millar stuff, the newer Mark Millar stuff, and I get Conan. Conan's a pretty good book. I'm thinking of pulling the trigger on the first part of the Dark Phoenix saga. Uncanny X-Men 101 to 108. Mm-hmm.
It's expensive, but I want it.
Look around. Well, if you go to shows,
you
can cut deals. All right. You go to shows, you go Sunday, and you get most of them there, right? You're not going to get all of them. Maybe you do, but you get most of them there. And then you go, bro, I'm going to buy this big stack, knock $50 off, knock $100 off, whatever. And then you go get the individuals on eBay or whatever. You're good. That's a cheaper way to go.
Lynn Jones, beautiful wife.
Don't slab. Kelly. Don't buy them slabbed. I think
no,
slab,
I want to read. I want to read.
Yeah,
I want to
like,
feel it. I want to read
it. Get your keys slabbed. Other than that, I think you're just buying a card. I mean, I know some people like it, but no, I like to open my comic books.
Yeah. I want to read. I want to read it from the book itself. Mm-hmm. Lynn Jones, lovely wife of Kelly, with a $48.17. Translator says this is the equivalent to 38 British pounds. And it's easier than gathering 1.4 million views on a tweet. Yes. Keep up the good work, guys. Love you. My recent viral tweet that got about 1.4 million views on it. When it says you've been paid by Twitter, I was like, oh, Twitter. Like, let's have a look. $38. $38.
Yeah.
Shit, boy.
The way I look at it is like, I have not changed my game on Twitter at all because of the fucking pay thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. So if I get anything, that's fine. I don't care.
I really am legit thinking about
my game.
Maybe just sacking it all off.
What, Twitter?
Yeah. I do love a good shit post.
I feel like within the first few months of meeting you, you said you would never go on Twitter again.
I did give it up for like 3
months. There was
a
couple of years. Yeah, there was a couple of years ago. It was like fucking bad. I don't mind it now. I know some people don't like the engagement farming. Like, what is your favorite scene in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Go. Whatever.
Yo.
What's your favorite scene in a plane? Like,
what was that? Best casting or a scene that made you go nuts. You know, when people are just sharing their love of films and stuff, it's like, whatever.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Canis stands with a $2 Australia says Arkham Batman support group fund.
And that's, by the way, that's the vast majority of what I see is what's your favorite scene?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm totally okay with that. Whatever the algorithm's doing, I'm happy with that.
You're making some shekels. Good on you.
Did you see that the Geek Daddy tweeted it with the little dogs? And she this woman is putting her hand in the flour and it's all dun 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 dun, and she's putting the white hand of
Oh yeah,
Saruman on the dogs.
yeah. I've seen that.
I'm like, that was cool. I've
already
that.
seen that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that one.
I'd never seen that one. I liked it.
Silence You Idiot with a $10 says, just a friendly reminder of the G4 controversy on the Batman hiring question. When Chris Reagan there does the same thing Jira did then, and that was what, 4 years ago? Yeah. One of the interview questions for the new G4 was, why do we hate Batman? And the woman who revealed that said, why do we hate Batman? And they said, because he's a rich white guy. They hate him.
Who's doing better, Chris Reagan or Gerard?
Shout out Yellow Flash. Shout out Ryan Kittle.
Gerard's fucked. Like, every video he uploads, his whole comment section is about how much he's a horrible person. So.
Well, he's a thief, allegedly.
Well, he's either I think he's just hyper incompetent, unacceptably incompetent. That was the conclusion.
I don't think you can hold on to money for 6 years and use incompetency as an excuse. That is somebody
I
who's...
will say, as much as people would say, like, well, he's given the money forward now. It's like, yeah, but after everyone's said what they've said. So
yeah, the optics of it. I mean, maybe if it was even legit, like maybe he just got fucking lazy and forgot about it. That's probably
it was something like $600,000.
Well,
he claimed that he didn't even know until 2021 or something. Which
some of these people,
I
don't know what he makes. I don't know how well he's done, but
Yeah.
some of these mofos make a lot of money, and they're young, so they have no fucking clue, no clue. I mean, does that an excuse? No, absolutely not. I'm not excusing the guy at all. He fucking worked with Frost.
And he was the only one I semi-defended in that rant.
Some people say, like, make an excuse for him. It's like, hyper incompetence is not an excuse.
Hyper incompetence is not an excuse. It is not.
No.
Try to use that excuse in court.
Yeah, like, sorry, I'm just a complete fucking retard. You're like,
well, okay, if you're a woman, you could probably get away with it, but try to use it as a dude, okay?
Well, if you're a woman, you do get away with it, because that black woman that stole millions of dollars, her response was, you can't expect black women to be perfect. That was her fucking...
Man, I should have done that. That's better than a Twinkie defense.
Huh?
I should have said I was a black woman.
I identify as a black woman.
Yeah,
a lesbian black woman. Fucking checkmate, bitches. Super Mastermind with a $5. Les Hin Comics makes $1 billion a year. It is phone comics, half of which seem to be prawn. It sold for $100 million 2 years ago.
And I'm sure that had nothing to do with the prawn at all.
Sure, that has
not
nothing
comics.
to do.
No. It's not comics.
No.
American comic books
it's porn.
featuring superheroes do not sell anymore. All the new release racks across the board at every store have shrunk. Stores have had to diversify and get into gaming, board gaming, Legos, toys, or back issues to survive. There is 2/3 of the stores that there were even 4 years ago. The idiots who keep running to the same fucking idiots like Brian Hibbs and Comics Beat and Bleeding Cool, saying that there's nothing wrong. Well, okay, 2 of those 3 people know fucking dick about selling comic books. Okay. And Brian Hibbs runs a bookstore. So one of the biggest comic book stores in San Francisco is closing, and it's closing because San Francisco is dangerous. Not that it's even doing bad business, that it's not safe, and it's Jeffrey Toys. Pixar, Toy Story was inspired from that store.
Written Word's been a member for a month. Man equals human, not male, in the context of Star Trek quote. Well, mankind. Yeah. Because there are women on the Enterprise.
What about the show for all mankind?
Mankind.
Are they going to have to change that?
Oh, that is a word that they're trying to get rid of. Yes.
Okay.
They got
glad I don't
the
live there.
EU. The EU tried to ban the term fisherman.
Okay, Brexit was a good idea. All right, it just was. Look at these fuckers.
I know. Joseph Bindvitsafine with a $5 says, we all know those who yell about DIE are those who don't spend money on anything. They're all keyboard warriors that stay local. Yeah, they probably downloaded a cracked version of the game anyway. Michael Moeller with a $10 says, Gary, it's a shame Mauler won't have time to watch the Venture Brothers. It's not his fault, but he does remind me of the parody headline, 97-year-old dies unaware of being violin prodigy. Hi, Az. Hi.
Well, I mean, I don't intend to avoid it forever.
No.
I'll get to it.
Hopefully we have time.
Everyone was making me trying to get me to play Sekiro for like 5 years, and I eventually did. And everyone was very, I think, happy with that. So, I'll get around to stuff. I'll do it.
Okay, I'm going to smash through a couple, and then we're going to have to wrap up. I will do a super chat square up for everyone who didn't get their super chat read out today on Sunday's afternoon tea with Az, 2:30 UK time. Kino Reviews with a $50. This is all about destroying capitalism, gender binary, nuclear family, private property, heteronormativity, and parental rights. Correct. It's Marxist commie shite. These are all examples of capitalism. P.S. Whiteness means capitalism. Don't fall for race baiting from the left. It's difficult. It's difficult not to fall for it in terms of we have to address it because it's in everything that we fucking try and like. And it knocked Mamon with $100 again. I'm one of the few Americans who gets the Monty Python gags in Deadpool. The fight with Colossus was the Black Knight from the Holy Grail. And Vanessa and Wade trauma fight was from the Four Yorkshiremen sketch. My dad said, did one of them live in a shoebox by the road in theaters? Gary.
Sorry, I muted myself. Keep going. Just
No,
ignore me.
That's the last one for today. I'll smash through the others. We pretty much got through most of them. So thank you so much indeed, chat, for unbelievable generosity. Gary, anything that you would like to plug before we go?
Sorry, yes.
the new video, which is dropping in half an hour.
I just saw Perry's thumbnail. So,
okay. Can we see it? Can we get a sneak preview? Please? Are you going to share this? Have you got enough sweets for everybody in class?
No.
Ooh. You'll see it. You'll see it very soon. Yes, I have a video coming out in 20. I got to do the math of that X-ray girl. 6 minutes. 26 minutes. 2:30 Central. It will be out. Perry's thumbnail. That is a good band name. So please check it out on my channel. We got MegaCon coming this weekend. I will be there pretty much Saturday. So we have a panel at 1:15 to 2 with Geeks and Gamers and Eric and Critical Drinker. And then I'll be at Reverse Table between 3 and 4 with X-Ray Girl and Garrett, who's already on his way. Drinker's going to be there. Geeks and Gamers going to be there. Soska Sisters are going to be there. Mike Barron's going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of people are going to be. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Jay. Director. Oh, Star Wars Theory. Star Wars Theory is going to be there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun.
New boyfriend.
I can have
like
many
Mahler's fully
boyfriends.
about
I'm
to bail on
polyamorous,
it,
or whatever the word is. Poly boyfriendus.
I'm not jealous.
I love Ryan is on that show. I absolutely love that.
I said on there as well. I'm not even kidding. It's nice to get to know him a bit more because I only ever talked to him very
but the
briefly.
audience is going to like him. I come on. I'm going to go. There's 2 great Star Wars movies, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Ryan. It's so funny. He's known as such a abrasive and angry and blah blah blah. When he's so calm, chill, and smooth with all these discussions. He's trying his best to make as many bridges. I'm sitting there, and it's like, Theory will say something like, Dave Filoni is, I still trust him, he's going to do it. And then Ryan will be like, you'll like explain something. I'm just like, Dave Filoni's going to crash the whole thing, man. He's going to kill it all, even though it's already dead.
Yeah, he already did.
My point being that a lot of people are like, Ryan's the dark side. Yeah. It's just like, how is he's like super balanced. He's trying to take a failure and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, back to this. If you want more information on the Geeks and Gamers meetup, go to geeksandgamers.com.
Morley,
hello.
Anything you got coming up that you'd like to plug, dear boy?
Well, people in chat, if you have a spare 11 hours, we did the recent EFAP talking about Bethesda. It's all about some videos that went out criticizing Starfield, and then someone made a video saying that everyone's lying about it. We covered that video. It was awful. And for the laughter of Gary and Az, I'd like to let you guys know that at the 10-hour mark, we'd gotten through most of it. And then the guy says, like, about the person he's covering, who's on the call with us, what does he say about me in his videos? And he plays this clip from a stream where he calls him a cuck. And we were all like laughing like crazy, because gradually you find out that this whole video was made because someone called him a cuck 2 years ago.
Wow.
he held on to that grudge. He was
wow.
And he plays the clip and he's like, I'm not mad about this.
Oh no, clearly not.
Oh,
no.
Clearly not. It just stuck in your craw for 2 or 3 or 4 years and you're still fucking talking about it. Healthy.
Should I check this Starfield game out?
Oh, sure, you'd love it. It's just right up your alley. But yeah, check that out. But also, I'm pretty sure minutes after this stream is over, I shall be streaming Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Wow!
Oh,
right. Have you got a link up?
I think I do, and I'm gonna.
If you do, I'll redirect the stream to your link. If you put the link in the private chat.
Well, I'm not live, but
yeah, but you got the link to the stream.
I do.
I'll redirect this to that.
Is that not how it works? I don't actually know.
Yeah, that's how it works. You can set up. You can set it up. Right, I take this, I copy the link, I then go into my back end. Right?
You can't say
then
that.
I go to I think it's settings, I think. Then I go to
oh my god. It's like going through a film thread article.
Kara, I've already forgotten how to do it. Kara, I go to is it customization? I go to settings, then I go to, is it creator demographics? Then I go to community. Is it no? Is it channel guide? Is it no? Is it I go to permissions? No. Is it upload default? No. Is it general? I'll find out how to do it and I'll do it.
God.
I'll find out how to do it.
Fuck.
Tomorrow, Ripping a Silverback over on Eric July's channel. Eric is not going to the con until Friday, so it will be at regular time over on Eric's channel. Go check that out. Friday Night Tights, and our guest will be
us. Our guest will be us because we're doing one time only, ladies and gentlemen. Friday morning tights. 12 p.m. Eastern time. We start at lunchtime. It's basically a nooner. So we're doing that because we got to do stuff that night. Friday noon time.
Cool. Sunday afternoon tea with Az. Super Chat Square Up. But that'll go pretty quick because I've pretty much smashed through it. So we'll have our talky bit like we normally do. And then Sunday Fun Day as well. I don't think there's anything else. Other than that, I'll probably stick some gamming streams. Maybe I need to do some Power Word. I haven't been on Power Word for a few days. I'm getting rejoicing. So, yeah. Wait, somebody's telling me how to do it. From the left, click videos. Under where? From the left, click videos. Under where to redirect. But hold on, wait. But how do I get to that first bit? What? No, wait. Is it just video? Oh, is it just content? Is it just content? Videos? No, I've forgotten how to do it. I've forgotten how to fucking do it. I'll sort it out. I'll find out. So massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. We had around 9,000 people watching. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much indeed. Oh, yeah, I'm totally boomering it. Mods, thank you very much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships. Thank you for supporting the channel. Fuck this guy's video. Fuck it. Go watch Mauler instead.
Wow.
And we'll see you.
I'm gonna watch Mauler after my video
for the next 2 weeks over on Nerdronic's channel for the Real BBC. So until then, take care. Goodbye, Blue Bull.
Bye.